Oh, this is the new show?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna go watch the intro.
Yeah, one guy looks like Kenny Rogers.
Two real cryptid legends doing what they do, bringing information for me and you. Ron Moorhead and his Sierra Sounds, Daryl Denton, the Tennessee Bigfoot Man, along with Michelle Desrochers, bring adventures across this land.
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
Where'd it go?
It's 2 minutes long.
Whoa!
One day, guys and girls, it still had about a minute left in it, but we're not going to start it again and go that long.
And unfortunately, there's no way to fast forward those.
Yeah, it's kind of weird they don't have it set up like that. Sorry about that. I dropped an earpiece, people. Got to messing with the wrong thing.
Oh, wow.
See, I think we should have have sound effects for these things.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends
Like,
echo in the shadows.
Like wolves howling and
Darren
stuff.
and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling.
I got it.
Where the old stories breathe,
in
the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
What the hell?
What is this?
Oh, people, I don't know what's going on there. Welcome. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, shit. Welcome back to United Public Radio News on the Flipside. No, I know where it came from. I'm just not sure how it got where it came from. Sometimes weird shit happens with this network. Well, we got...
Hey, when you deal with paranormal shit sort of starts to happen to you.
There's a lot of that on here. I mean, we've got so many accidental EVPs off of shows that it's not even funny. Yeah, well, people will call us. Did you hear that? I'm like, did you hear what?
Of course we didn't hear it.
Like, oh, you got to go back. It's this time. I'm like, okay, we'll go look. And I'll forget for like 3 months, and I'll go, wow, that was kind of cool. You can listen to us on any of the Rumble YouTube pages or a couple of Facebook pages. You can catch us there. You can catch us on Roku television. Let me see. Hold on. We are. Yes, we are running still in test mode on Fire Stick, so you can catch us there. I believe it's like United Public Radio, but it's got some kind of UCAP after it. You should just be able to find it with that. I mean, as far as I know, we're the only United Public Radio out there. Every now and then, when you do searches on the internet, it gets us confused with UPRN. But I hear they're
Especially when you put paranormal in there, you're going to get hundreds of wild hits.
but I hear that PBS is going away. I'm kind of sad that PBS is going away. I mean, that's where I got to get what is it, Blake Seven and Doctor Who and all
Dr.
kinds
Who,
of
Benny Hill,
Benny Hill, Mysterious Theater, Bob Ross.
Bob
Ross,
Ross, definitely. Blackadder.
We can't forget things like Big Bird and the Cookie Monster and
Sesame Street, Electric Company. Not everybody got that, but we had Electric Company.
So, no, it's going away because Trump said you can't do just liberal one-sided bullshit. He didn't look. Y'all don't get it. He didn't say you had to go away. He said you could not be one-sided. And when they audited it, PBS was almost 100% one-sided, and NPR is like 94%. And still now
they used to be pretty well balanced. No,
in the beginning, that's why you could see certain types of shows like we were just talking about because they're more conservative. But they just went lefty and they started teaching wokeness. And America's just tired of wokeness. I know y'all all on ICE and ICE this and ICE that. We're still tired of wokeness.
Woke will make you broke.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And, we're all fighting over ICE, but we're not, people. You were fighting over ICE. Let me explain what's going on in America right now. About 5 million people or so are just ridiculously pissed off. And they're showing up here and showing up there and showing up here. But in the end, when you go out and poll, are you happy with Trump's immigration? It's yes. It's not below 50%. It's like 67, 68%. So the thing of it is unless you watch an Ipsos CNN poll, other than that, he's a plus on those polls because that's what people want him to do. And as far as these shootings go, so we had 2 people get killed. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but don't forget, 56 people died under Obama doing his, let me send 3 million. But I don't know. It depends what site you go to. It's 3 to 5 million. We're going to say 3 million. Argument, but 3 million illegals home. And he
capped at 3 million.
Yeah, and he made several speeches about he would keep doing it even though someone got killed. Several. Nobody was giving him shit about it. And why that was going on? Don't forget why that was going on. We invaded Syria. Yes.
Ooh.
And then we sent 4 pallets from 11 different nations currency, 4 pallets of money to Iran. Now, some people say I was told it was 1 billion per pallet, is what I was told. And it came from a pretty reliable source. I'm gonna stick with that. And
the news bribe is what it was.
The news media. Oh wait, that's not the only thing we gave back. We had a bunch of stuff we had of theirs we gave back to them as well. Obama was busy sucking Ayatollahs. You know what? Oh, yeah, let me see. I want to get the Peace Prize again, man, because I ain't doing that. That's Obama. Hey, look, you don't send, if it's something on the up and up, you don't fucking send 4 pallets of money from 11 different currencies in small bills to someone in the middle of the fucking night, especially someone like Iran who sponsors terrorists. I mean, where the fuck do you think the money was going? Why do you think they asked for it the way they did? So they didn't
out bribe.
Yeah, they didn't even have to go out and go get this money exchanged from American money to other monies because it would have been traceable. They had it sent in currencies from the area so they could just spend it in the area and nobody would fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. And we just say, oh, yeah, we're pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. Now, the press did get a little kind of upset about it, but not that much upset. No,
yeah, there was no backlash, no, impeach him, deport him. He's a dictator, Nazi.
Yeah, Carol, liberals were like, "Let me suck your ass, Obama. Get the fuck out of here." He never caught any flack. And remember, he's the guy that separated the children. Even though AOC tried to put that on Trump in Trump's first term, he bounced back on it because he built those stations where they separated the kids. And let's not forget, he was directly responsible. Well, him and Biden were directly responsible for about 150 lost children that were being sent to these places into homes and temporary, and then nobody knew what happened to them. And then all of a sudden, Tom Holman and his boys have already found in Homeland have already found 67,000 of them.
But out of how many? It was like 3 million or something like 325,000.
No, it was a couple 100,000, but they're saying they're going to probably find it more than half because Tom Holman said it was because nobody was fucking looking. Now we're looking. So, and people, if you think Tom Holman's coming to Minnesota to suck your ass, you're in for a sad awakening. You better go watch him on TV. I'm just telling y'all. Because Indian. So y'all have y'all been watching LA today? I've been watching the riots in LA.
LA is beginning to riot, yes.
Oh, go LA, go. Go LA.
As if it hasn't burnt enough, these people are going to burn their own goddamn city down again.
I watched a couple of hours of it. So all of a sudden, a little while ago, about an hour ago, the police roll in. Okay, time to break it up. Illegal formation. And I start dropping a little tear gas here and they're hitting around a lot of crowd left. Now that's still a little chunk of crowd there, the ones that are going to be a problem.
Right.
But most everybody else is left. So most of the day it was peaceful. Now it's going to get kind of nasty.
Still, the thing is what gets, I don't know if you have an answer for it. I think anybody does. These people keep thinking that a peaceful assembly means standing in the middle of the street. It's not.
No,
stopping traffic is a felony. So at least a misdemeanor in most cases, anyway. But
that's why it gets broke up a lot because of that.
Yeah.
But when you start whipping things over the fences and stuff like that, where interstate cars,
when you start throwing things, it becomes a riot. Yes.
Well, they got all mad because some guy threw a bottle of water. One of the cops said he got arrested. The cop don't know what that water is. You don't know what's in there.
Well, and most of them in these frozen places, they're throwing a bottle of frozen water. So think about that. It's a frozen brick being thrown at these guys.
So this is how Holman looks at this, so y'all understand what's going to go on in Minnesota. Now, let me go back to LA. The reason I was talking about LA in the first place is LAPD is doing their job.
Well, you know why? Because Mayor Brass is under enough heat that her ass is on fire already. She's under
the police chief had said this in the first round.
Newsom's under investigation. Tim Waltz is under investigation. They're all under investigation, so they all better just watch their P's and Q's because they're all going to get their shit thrown away. So
in the first round of these, the police chief was pretty told, well, you don't mix with ICE. You don't go say blah 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 blah. But I seen today they were out there. They were in big numbers. They were blocking and keeping people from getting over by the interstate where they could throw things at cars on the interstate. They started corralling them in the area, and slowly but surely pushing them in together. Where you could just tear gas and living shit at them. But I got to thinking, ladies and gentlemen, when you're in the military, one of the things they do in boot camp is you have to go to the tear gas chamber. Yes. And you have to read a general order. Now, general orders can be 10 words, or they can be 70, 80, 90 words, depending on which general order it is. But regardless, you have to read it. So you have a mask on until then. Now, this tear gas is bad because before you even get in the booth, you put the mask on, you're already tearing up and coughing just because, And sometimes these masks ain't been used in 3 or 4 days and you're still like that. You're like, son of a bitch. So you get in there, and you're watching the guy next to you trying to get out there. Trying to pass out, I remember I took mine off. I had one of the middle size, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. He's laughing his ass off. We all get out. We're like, don't rub it in. It just makes it worse. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's all over your skin. Blah, blah. They bring you these rags and stuff to get it off. It's people. Everybody in the Navy, everybody's deployed in the Navy is a certified firefighter. They can be a firefighter when they come home. With any firefighter troop.
You're essentially given like the equivalent of firefighter 1 in most firefighter.
It's more than firefighter 1. They give you because you have to fight. So in the Navy, sometimes it's fuel fires, sometimes electrical fires, sometimes it can be nuclear fires. But what they teach you is that any fire is going to be an intensity. So first thing they teach you is how to handle a high pressure hose. So there's usually 5 guys on it, and there's 2 guys with what they call it's like a sprinkler spray that you put in front of the guy holding the hose. So it's just a mister that kind of keeps the heat off while he's up there and these other guys. And then about every 80 seconds or so, you'll feel like a tap on your shoulder, and then the arm will come around and grab it like this. And then you'll slide one arm out, and then he'll slide the other arm in, then you'll slide out, and then you go all the way back to the back, and it starts over again. And that's how they fight fires because, 1, the hoses are intense. I mean, no one guy could handle it no matter what. Not
It'll
even
throw
10.
you up in the air. Yeah.
Even 5 guys, 6 guys are having a hard time with these things. And so no, they teach you. It's serious firefighting, and they teach you. And then you have to jump from the towers. You have to go up. My favorite one at all of them was the smoke chamber. So they're like, okay, it's an intense fire. It's a burning building, burning ship. You gotta find your way out. Okay. You hit the ground, belly on the ground. And first thing he tells you is that you better not use your t-shirt to put over your face. I'm like, well, took care of that idea right out of my head. So I hit the ground. I'm looking at with my pod, and we're both choking around. So we're kind of laughing at the same time there. But this time, you're like 6 weeks into boot camp. This time, your brain's fried. So we're going, I said, man, does that look like a flame? I don't know, Joe. I kind of think that's flame. What do you think it is? And we're kind of, you're basically baking everybody behind you. Is coughing, hacking, yakking. Everybody's trying to go different ways to get around. And finally, I seen it look just a little sliver. And I just remember I rolled over. And we got out. We're laughing. We're choking, but we're laughing. He goes, man, y'all did good. You had a good time. I said, really? He said, what were you doing? I said, we were cracking jokes. He said, he said, everybody who does well says that to me. I was like, really? It's like, yeah. It was kind of weird, but all these guys came out, and when he would grab their t-shirt and look. And if that was on your t-shirt, where you had to breathe because you could see the marks that came through. That's why everybody had to wear white. Back you went. All the way back through the damn thing. I was like, oh, well. That's just saying. And then they had this one.
Well, they didn't say you couldn't take your sock off and roll it up and use it as a filter in your face.
They just wanted you to be, because when you're in a ship, it's going to be intense.
If you don't have time to do that, yeah.
If you're under fire, and it's just going to be intense. So they want you to be. They just want you to be prepared. That's like when they said, when you get on your ship, you got to learn how to jump off your ship in case you get hit and you're sinking. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be an aircraft carrier. What the? If you sink, we're dead anyway. What, a nuke hit us or something?
Yeah, but you got to jump off of the equivalent of like a 4-story building into the water.
So at boot camp they got this. It's a 50-foot tower, so it's about 5 stories, 4.5 stories, something like that. And most of it, depending where you are, the floor can be 10 to 12 feet. It just depends what part of the country. But anyway, you get up there, and they tell you how to do this. You put the life jacket on, tack it up, put your arms across it, jump, point your toes down, and hit the water, right, and pop back up. It's amazing how many people F this up, land on their side, hit their face, miss cells all up. It's then I remember,
kind of sounds like a coconut hitting the concrete.
I remember, and then they teach you how to use your shirt and pants as flotation devices, which is kind of cool.
I know that trick.
You tie off the feet and pop in the air and makes a flotation device. Zip it up, and you can unzip it to give it air.
Has to be a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah, it's got to be a long sleeve shirt. And but it works pretty good, and you can float around.
It works really good.
So I remember we were on duty in a helicopter. We're going somewhere, and it just stops, throws everybody out in the middle of the fucking Pacific. Get out. I'm like, what? He's like, yep. He said, we'll be back maybe a day, maybe 2. Who knows? Get out. Okay. And then he threw like 2 little bags. It was like MREs. Back in the day, it was a little different than MREs. And I was like, really? So guess what we did for 2 days? We floated around, bobbed around thinking, this is the Pacific. They have great whites out here, people.
Yeah. And makos and tigers.
All kind of shit.
All the man eaters.
And, but that's what we did. You had to stay afloat. I often wonder if there's somebody from distance watching, because, some of these guys were flaky, man. 2 of the guys didn't even have a clue how to do their pants thing. The 3 of us were laughing our asses off, thinking, oh, no, if they drown, we're going to be in trouble. That's all we could think. And, well, because Mike is to teach teamwork. That's what it is. Most of what lessons in the Navy and many military branches, they teach you how to work as a team. Yeah, how to do things as a team. Just one of those things. And then they put you through hell and do all kind of stupid shit like that. Oh, my favorite one is this is your rifle, this is your gun. No, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's a true thing, but it's ridiculous.
That's the Marines.
In the Navy, because the boot camp was more than 12 weeks, they did put saltpeter in your food. They didn't tell you, by the way, until after, but all that paperwork they made you sign in the beginning, it was in that paperwork. Matter of fact, in that paperwork said that they could experiment on you that any shots needed that you were prone, you had to take. And let me tell you what, man, we got there the first 2 days, we got like 20 shots. 2 weeks later, we got like 20 more shots. One guy got kicked out because it's got a big air bubble on his head right here. I guess it shot air, just straight air in, and it puffed up right there before it exploded. He got lucky is what he got.
Wow.
And I mean, no, and then I forgot which one of the big South American diseases it was. The whole company was high as fuck for 3 days. Oh no, we were walking around like, it was we couldn't do anything.
Most viruses is like 118, 120 different shots you get by the time you get out of boot camp.
It's stupid ridiculous.
And they're not the fun shots either. They give you that gun, isn't it? So you walk up, it's like,
yeah,
and it hurts.
And, well, they love to do it like this. You're walking along this guy, and there's like 4 guys standing there. So you walk up and like, and then some other guy sticks something and squeezes it in your mouth. You're like, what the? Come on, man! Give me, buy me a hamburger at least, motherfucker. Jesus.
Yeah,
I like the hypnosis class.
Fellas. I mean, come on.
The hypnosis class was great. So it's like the second day there. They're trying to get everybody to calm down. They bring in this hypnosis. We're all sitting there. We're all like just exhausted because we all got in late, early, or I should say early in the morning, and then they woke us up. It was like we had been in like I think 4:30. They woke us all up, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I almost got my ass in trouble the first day because the guy threw this garbage can, and I got him. What the? And he's like, "Do you know where you remember where you are?" I looked at her. I said, "I do now." Just like, fuck, what did I do to myself? And but they put us in this class. This guy's going on, and I'm sorry we're rambling, guys. We'll get in the news in a minute, but this guy's going, and you're gonna get sleepy, and you're gonna rest it. You can go to this zone anytime that you would like. And you hear guys in the class out. I mean, it's just this guy gets super pissed. And he ran over to him. I will make you cluck like a chicken for a month. Just to scare these dudes, and I was laughing. He said, "You think this is funny?" I said, "No," but I said, to be perfectly honest with you, sir, when am I going to get 35 minutes to sit there? Let me zen. I said, I already know how to zen. I'm from the bayou. This is just not going to work here. But I had a lot of fun, and it's strange and mysterious and weird and different. It was like living on a prison planet or something. Really, it was very strange.
It's almost like being in prison. Yeah, I would imagine.
It's well, just because we had every day you're doing 800 things. You had physical activities, you had classes, then you had special activities, and so on and so forth. And depending on what you were going to take as your MOS or some of the special things we got into, you had other stuff you did. All that was to gear you up for when you got out to go to wherever you were going.
And you weren't allowed to leave.
Yes, and then when I went, so because of the way I was doing the Navy is, I had it was like 10 months, 12 months. As a POS, they're just training, just extra training is what it is. Waiting on my avionics electronics posting on the Nimitz so I could go finish my advanced electronics training. And you learn a lot of shit within people. And I didn't realize it, but you're actually, once you're with them, you're actually duty. So you're actually in duty. Even though you're still in school, you're still in duty roster. I was like, oh, well, that's crazy. And then when you get on the Nimitz, the same way. I was like, well, you're just because you're learning don't mean you're not on duty. It's too for me. I like to be good at everything I do, so I like to do a lot of stuff. I had a great time with them, people. Yeah, I had a good time. And then I came home and had 30 kids, and that's Navy's like, well, it's too many kids for us to support, Joe. We're sorry, dude. You have to go now.
Yeah, unless they join the Navy, we can't support them.
Who? A submarine? I have never been deployed. How can I say this? I've never been deployed to a submarine. I've been in one because of electronics. Some of the capabilities they harbor for, Jesus, how can I say this without getting in trouble? Anyway, some of the abilities they have, so do the carriers. It's a similar system. And they're funny about who they let work in their shit, man. Oh, electronic guys are like pilots on a carrier. They love you because you're the guy's going to save their ass every time. Because 90% of the time it is not a mechanical problem, it's an electronic problem. Yeah. Because some idiot mechanic ran it into something and threw it out a wig, or some pilot was showing off and somebody threw it out. And the pilots were funny because doing the bombing derbies. So a lot of times when you went out to the carrier, you went out in a fighter or in a like a P3 or something like that, because they're saving time, whoever's going out there. And I was actually attached to a Riveretta squadron, so they had 2 seats in it. They were those Corsair 2s, Corsair 7.2s, or whatever the hell they were. But so they had 2 seats in them. And I learned that the pilots, if you're going to work on their jet, they want you to be in their airplane at least once. When we go to the bombing derby, the whole weekend, they were dragging somebody up with them, especially if the plane was doing something funky. He'd be like, I remember this one guy, he said, "You fixed it. Why is it doing this?" He said, "Because you don't know how to fly." And they got a big old fucking fight. And the pilot can't hit him because he's an officer and the guy's an enlisted guy. So you'd have to get the enlisted guy to throw a punch first, and he ain't going to. It was, because, man, they would do you. Sometimes it would be 48 hours on, 24 hours off. 48 hours on, 24 hours off. And then you get like a break for 2 days, and then same thing back to, and they're going for about 4 weeks. I mean, by the time you were just exhausted. And then sometimes the Air Force would come out, I call them the Hells Angels, but the Blue, so they
Blue
would
Angels,
out,
yeah.
They would come out and hang out with us and just fly. Oh no, they get the ones from the Air Force come out too. So it was a bombing derby is what it was. There's all kind of shit they got out there in the middle of the desert to blow shit up. And then they've got the what's it called? The Mustang Club, which is the big house with a lot of rooms, and you can actually rent a room while you're at the Navy base, and you can stay there. And you can actually get your food and drink included. You can actually get other things included, which we shouldn't say on air, but it's a brothel. Yes. Well, in the old days in Nevada, brothels couldn't be in any counties bigger than 250,000 people. I think they changed that now, but that's how it used to be.
It's now legal throughout the state. So it used to be the brothels could only be outside city limits, like you said, in the counties.
Yeah, a lot of those.
But now they can be in the city now.
Yeah, now they're probably more like other things, but we're not going to mention that. Maybe we'll do a show on that one day, people. But so anyway, there's been a lot of news, and I know we've been fidagling around and stuff. But first thing I want to talk about before we get into the other stuff, we are now 85 seconds to Doomsday officially. Scientists, and now there it is. Jay's got it right there. The closest we have ever been. We are now 85. Yeah, there's a Doomsday Clock.
It is the actual official Doomsday Clock. If you don't believe me, Utopia, what is it? Utopia.org. No, I'm sorry, the Bulletin. Thebulletin.org. Go there. There's a link that says current time. Click on it, and it will say what you see on the screen.
Yes. 85 seconds.
Boom!
Yes. I live in the deep south. There's nothing to blow up down here, but for the rest of you poor bastards.
I was born in the deep south.
I don't know what to tell you. There's some targets in the deep south, yeah, but they're gonna blow up New York first. Just because they don't like what's his face, Zimbabwe.
Several cities I think would be attacked first, and Washington D.C. likely not because of the defenses around it, but it's at least a second, third option. But New York, Chicago, Detroit. Probably LA, San Francisco.
Well, no, Phil. Generally, if it's a real attack, generally each side will go for their strategic targets first.
Yeah,
and try to.
San Diego definitely is a strategic target.
Yeah, like Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk.
Yeah,
they might try for St. Andrews, which is outside of DC, but it's still again near a protection barrier that's kind of too strong.
And if they're going to go after DC, they're going to go with a submarine with a hypersonic missile. It's going to...
Groton, Connecticut probably is a likely target. Another sub-pen.
Well, anywhere there's military nuclear bases or military...
Well, Groton's where our Seawolves are based out of. Or at least one or two of them.
If for some reason they can't devastate enough of the military, they'll go for strategic populated targets. So the Northeast, 65 million people, 6 nukes, sorry. 65 million people are going. California, 3 nukes, another 30 million. So really and truly, with less than a dozen nukes, one country could effectively kill more than 100 million people in our country. Well, it's the way we group up. Well, no, dude, you've got It ain't just New York City. You got New Jersey there, but you got Philadelphia there. You got Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
You just got a big group of cities right there, including DC and Maryland. You've got a lot of people. I think they said it's 65 million people live in that little area.
The drive time from DC to New York City proper is about 7 hours if you do the speed limit. Now you go 120, 130, you can maybe do it in 5.5.
Maybe spend the night in jail
if you don't get pulled over, right? Yeah.
No, just so you got that, and then you got the West Coast, and then you can hit a couple other big cities like Houston, Dallas, Atlanta, Chicago,
probably Miami and Tampa Bay.
So I mean, effectively with 20 nukes, you could 160 million right out. Who else? We would do it a little bit differently. We would, like if it was China, we would just kind of carpet bomb China. So China would go from 1.4 billion to about 800 million in the first strike. The second strike, they would effectively be down to around 200 million. It would be a nightmare for both sides.
China would be turned from a third world country into a prehistoric country.
Yeah. And meanwhile, side effects, Canada would pretty much be extinct. Mexico would pretty much be extinct. Most of Europe would pretty much be extinct. A good chunk of Russia would be. All of China would be, because of the nukes and the trade wind coming back from the nukes. Yeah, Northern Hemisphere would be a pretty much up thing, but the Middle East probably be okay. Depending on winds and all. Well, you think you got to worry about it is, can it screw up the convection currents of the ocean? Then you got problems. Even the nukes ain't that big of a problem as long as the convection stays. Okay. Well, that's how it'll go. So, while we're talking about it, we might as well just talk about it. So last week, the Canadian Prime Minister was always sucking Xi Jinping off for whatever little trinkets he was getting. And then, Starmer was there yesterday and today, I believe, which is the British Prime Minister. And he's trying to make excuses for being there, but a lot of people in Europe and a lot of people in his own country are like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he wants to let him build this huge, massive embassy there. It looks more like a spy center than an embassy. I'm kind of wondering what kind of crack this dude's on. How much money are they giving this guy? So I don't know how well, and Trump is pissed. So I don't know how well that's going to go over. What you mean? You talking about the French president, Trump? Trump pretty much told him to go F himself too.
Yeah.
Well, he sent the General de Gaulle is deployed, is on its way to the Arctic right now. It's a carrier group, the only carrier they have, by the way. Won't they be pissed if the Chinese or the Russians sink that son of a bitch? No, so there are rumors, and America always holds the option to annex Canada. Well, it'd be hard to hold on to because there's so much territory. But the problem is not every Canadian is against it. See, you're assuming that all 40 million Canadians are going to hate Americans, but that's not true. At least half are going to be like, fucking thank you. And a lot of the other ones, once they get into a different systems, will be as well. So I'm not so much worried about that part. Plus, we'll deploy a fleet around the country, so it'll either be comply or die. Not through necessarily our hands, but through, well, you just can't get anything to eat. It's going to be a new world. It's time to unite the planet. And if you want to be, flying under Xi Jinping, that's your business. But America's not going to let one of its closest allies and its northern border be ruled by China. That's not going to fucking happen. I don't even know why China even would think that would happen. No. Well, it is kind of up to the Canadians, but then it's not. Because it's not just their security, it's ours too. Well, there's the North American Peace Treaty. There's actually a couple of treaties that kind of allows us to annex stuff in this part of the world. If we take Venezuela and Cuba like they want to and cut a deal for Greenland, the way we deal with Canada is going to change immensely. I'm not even sure if Amelia's boyfriend up there, Corny, will make it through his next birthday.
Mhm.
They don't like that guy for some reason.
He's slimy.
I
mean,
think Trump and them are going to try to bring charges on both the Prime Minister of Canada and England over dealing with China itself. And the thing about it is normally Europe would probably side against America on this, but because of Brexit, England's not all that big of a favor right now.
no.
That and the Prince thinks that Canada should belong to the United States. He said it on more than one occasion. I would think that it doesn't actually belong to him to give away, but hey, if he thinks he can give it away, I'll go for it. We'll take it. Anything we can get for free is a freebie.
I thought they'd already given it itself, or given Canada its own independence. So I didn't think England even had to be involved in it.
It doesn't, but I mean, well, see, that's all weird headed because they're all still part of the Commonwealth. So how does the Commonwealth work? Is it just bullshit talk, or is there actually a physical connection there?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Jesse, so Britain, so this will get complicated. So if United States decides it needs to uncouple itself from England or Canada, or if they decide they want to, there's going to be a lot of problems. Well, there's going to be a lot of problems. Our militaries and our financial stuff is so intertangled. I don't know if they can survive. Hell, it'll hurt us, not just them. We do a lot of trade with both Canada and with the UK. Actually, to be honest with you, I think Trump's doing this on purpose. I think he wants to really push your boy over in England into a corner. I think that's how his plans are to get rid of him. It just because he's liberal in England. I shouldn't say England, but Europe's starting to turn conservative again. I mean, you've got countries that have never been conservative that have gone conservative. I mean, look how many countries now in the was it Denmark and Sweden, Switzerland? A couple of them went conservative and a couple of them went close to conservative because, well, the liberals let in all the immigrants and the immigrants started killing people.
I was just going to say, do you think maybe it was because most of these countries in Europe that did such a thing had a 300% and 400% increase in violent crime and rape?
Yep.
Accordingly, so a 300% increase in violent crime across the board and 400% increase in rapes across the board all over Europe.
Yeah, it's Switzerland started reporting them, and then they started reporting neighborhoods where they were putting in Sharia law and stuff, and it was getting a little crazy. It still is getting a little crazy, but America's starting to change. So a lot of the rest of the world's going to follow what America's doing.
I mean, I think America right now is leading the economies of the world, even though like certain economies like Japan and the euro are above the dollar globally. Without our competition, the euro is
garbage.
The euro is crap. If without our competition,
it's inflated money. It's not. Yeah. It's never been based on anything.
It's not backed by anything.
Well, people always say, well, American money's not backed by anything, but that's not really true. It's backed by us as a nation. I mean, we're worth trillions of dollars. So it's, 36, 38 trillion or something? Our GDP, our national. Yeah, the GDP gets confused because you think about what our GDP is and what we earn in, which has 4 trillion, 5 trillion. And if you think about the GDP is 36 trillion, 38 trillion, but it's overall GDP, that's what everybody makes. That's as a nation is what we make. And England makes about the same. I mean, I have to go look it up, but it's real close to that. It hasn't changed that much. It got a little flatter doing COVID, but all that's kind of changed since then.
I didn't know we were going to talk flat Earth theory.
Why the hell would the United States want to be part of Canada?
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Canada even smells funny with all that logging and crushing stone to get oil out the ground. That place stinks.
Well, yeah, it smells like a freshly cracked open bottle of
I know
pine oil.
We like to smell like pretty pine trees and stuff. It's see, the problem is Canada can't defend itself. It couldn't stop a Russian
army. It can't.
It couldn't defend itself against Russia or China. And Canadians even admitted to this. People in high offices, including the current prime minister, admitted this. He said, look, in the end, Canada gets
that made everybody aware of that.
Well, no, but this is what they're saying is the reason Canada gets to do some of the things they get to do, like full player health care and some of the other stuff that they do, the way they do their governments and stuff, is because they don't spend $1 trillion a year on military. They spend $50 million.
Yeah.
And the reason they do that is because they know their big brother, the United States, is not going to let anybody invade them, because it's against our best interest to let anybody invade Canada.
It's the next step is coming after us if they invade Canada. So, yeah.
So, in a way, we're being taken advantage of. Plus, that on almost 80% of the stuff Canada sent us had tariffs on it. Until this tariff war started, I didn't realize how many countries put tariffs on it. It's
like one of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Look, all the economists have said Trump was wrong and none of this was going to work, and it's all working really good, and everything's above what they said it was going to be. I mean, what Trump said it was going to be, way above what the economists said it was going to be. Remember, they said we're going to be in a recession. Nobody's going to make any money. GDP's way up. The amount of money people are bringing in is up almost double what it was. It's still down by half of what it was before Biden, but it still cut that in half. And he's doing it every day. He's cutting more and more of it out. And now, it's looking more and more like, well, fuel's getting cheap, which means we're going to start seeing probably within 2 months, we'll start seeing a lot of things coming down, not just food, anything that's transported by train or by plane or by truck, anything that uses fuel to get around, you're going to see a decrease in prices. Well, when you're, so during COVID, diesel down here was about $4.50 to $5 a gallon. Currently, right now, it's $2.49. So that's half. They can't do nothing but bring prices down. I mean, they're just using they're paying for half the amount of fuel.
Yeah, we're currently at $2.99 a gallon right there across the street.
And we're supposed to be coming down even more than that.
Yeah, I don't know who we had on the other night, but Trump had some guy that he asked how much the gas was. Oh, I think he was in Iowa. And the guy said it was $1.89. Yeah. And then Trump misquoted him later saying he said it was $1.85. It's coming down, people.
Everything's on its way down. You'll start seeing that coming down.
It's just not everywhere at once. I mean, it's a trickle down effect. It'll happen.
Well, California, you're not going to probably see it. You're probably not going to see it come down in California.
No, they have the highest gas taxes and income taxes and sales taxes. So I think their sales tax is like 9, gas tax is 11, marijuana tax is 12, and then well, what else do they have? Oh yeah, and then their income tax is probably on the order of like 40%.
It's well, in the state I live in, they're abolishing state tax. It's going to take 5 years, but they're going to abolish it. They are going to raise gas taxes 1% a year for 3 years because they're abolishing the state income tax is going away, and they're thinking about getting rid of income tax or any tax on your home at all. Mm-hmm. They say once your home is paid for, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, right.
It's your home, you paid for it. Why are you still paying taxes on it?
Well, you pay tax on something that's already bought, Yeah.
If
I went and bought like a pair of clothes and then next year I have to pay taxes on it again, what the hell is that?
So you're starting to see a push for that, but you would have never seen that under liberals. Liberals don't believe in that kind of stuff. They just believe in more tax, more tax, more tax. The Republicans approved over and over. That's why we're
seeing so much fraud under them, because they're so liberal. They don't watch. There's no watchdogs.
But no, Dean, you have to spend money to make money. So the liberals thought you tax money, you taxed us, and then you just spent it whatever you wanted to. But the Republicans think you need to make money you need to spend money to make money. And that's what they're doing. They're spending money and making money. Well, right now they're just the better party. Let's just say that. Now, can the Democrats recover? I don't know. Democrats have been a good party, but on a totally side little rant here. A good friend of mine. He's a radio host. He's a local DJ down here. And we were talking one day. Actually, I called into his show. That's how we became friends. I used to call his show and just give him shit. And it was an all black radio show. And of course, I'm a white guy, but a lot of times when people are talking to me on air, they think I'm black. Whatever
on the radio or TV or telephone, yeah, same here.
For whatever reason, they do. So I was fine with it. So I used to give them shit all the time about it. And one of the hosts one day, she goes, "Well, somebody told me you're white." I said, "Well, I am." She said, "That's impossible." She said, "You only thing you can be." She went on and on like 20 minutes. I said, "Well, here's one of my profile pages." She said, "Damn, you're white and you're popular." I was like, I got a few fans here and there. And I said, I've been doing radio for a long time. I said, but you got to explain to me something. Because one of the guys I was telling to me, and believe me, I said, so the Republican Party was formed to stop slavery from expanding in the United States. That's what the party was formed. Its first president, Abraham Lincoln, did just that thing. The Democrats voted every vote against. So we got to remember, back in the day, the plantation owners were Democrats. So they voted, of course, every one of them voted no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. It's not free to slaves. It's not. And they wanted to keep expanding into other states. And it's like, no, anyway. So they voted against it right off the bat. So then, we do all this war, we do all this fighting. Here we go again. It's time to give them the right to vote, the right to be free, the right, everything, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th Amendment. Every Democrat voted no. Every one. Then on top of all of that, they established, the lovely KKK and Jim Crow law. Why? You could not make me understand why any black person would vote for a Democrat. And it's worse than that because even today, they're not doing anything for them. The only time they had record unemployment, the only time they had record employment was under Trump's first term. They had record low unemployment in blacks and Hispanics. So I don't get it. I'm kind of like, okay, why would you vote for them? These people hate you. I mean, literally, they hate you. But the funny part is when you ask somebody, a lot of people don't know. How can you not know that? I would know that. I mean, I know that. I mean, how can you not know that? No, Jesse, anybody who's going to get out there and hate like they've been doing lately, you should know that. There has been a big movement inside the black population, and because it's mainly because we're not referring to ourselves as black and white anymore. We're just referring to ourselves as people. Yeah, hi, I'm Glenn. Hi, I'm Joe. Hi, I'm Tampon Tim. I mean, really, it's not, because when you drop the color thing, we're just all people. That's what it is. And we are just all getting along, having so much. See, living in New Orleans is different because New Orleans has always been a very mixed city. And if you want to party, because it's a party city, you got to learn how to party together. You cannot let color.
It's a fairly liberal city too.
Yes,
for all the activities that are there.
So if things that offend a lot of people, if you want to live there, you just get used to it. Oh, the first time I went to the first Essence Fest, the first gay parade, and nobody had any clothes on. Now they all had paint on, but nobody had any clothes on. They're like, I don't know if I'm coming back to this again. The city is very open. It's I don't always agree with everything they do, but still, it's an open city. It's That nobody really cares what color you are, what sex you are, how much money you got. When you listen to rock stars, especially, they'll tell you they love coming down here because they can walk around the city and nobody pays any attention to them. Barry Manilow said he came out of a concert at the Dome to 85,000 people and sat down on a bench outside and ate a sandwich. Nobody even said hi. It's a weird city. It's
I was just looking up just out of morbid curiosity. I don't even know why, but there are just in the Bourbon Street area alone 14 gentlemen's clubs alone.
Oh,
that's fairly liberal.
and that goes up and down a lot. And that doesn't include the transvestite clubs.
Oh, no, thank you. I'll skip that.
Yeah. Well, you know what, them guys are there trouble all the time because when you're walking out down the street and they're outside in front of the place, guys are looking like guys. You better read the name up there.
There's only two places you need to look. You need to look for hemorrhoids, and then you need to look for an Adam's apple.
You know, most of them don't have the Adam's apple, so that's not going to help you there. But anybody working there has had the good surgeries.
Yeah.
What's that? Dong Long Alley. Yeah, well, it's kind of like that, man. I always tell people read the names and be careful. Well, New Orleans has its own whole gay section. You can tell because it's prettier than the regular French Quarter. It's no, seriously, it is. But when you just pay attention where you are, because you'll walk in places and sometimes you'll see things you'll be like, whoa, where'd that come from? If you're a guy, or you'll be sitting at a place with some friends, or sitting at an open bar, sitting there. You walked up the street, walked in the club, and getting a drink, no big deal. And then like 2-3 guys come hit on you, like, what the hell? Well, because you're in a gay bar. Just because there's girls in there don't mean it's not a gay bar.
The girls are either in there for one of two reasons. Either they don't want to be hit on, which they usually aren't in a gay bar, or they are there to be hit on by the other women.
I always used to tell my wife likes to beat up gay guys. Like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. I don't know. Don't ask me. It's just a thing. Like, oh, man. I think that's what I said. Oh, man. No, you can't.
You guys are all after me.
I'm not going there, Matt. You go. You can ask.
Vet girl, the hemorrhoids joke. Take a look at the first the Ace Ventura movie with the dolphin at the very end. Then you'll see what I mean.
I'm closing my ears. I don't want to know any of this stuff. Okay. Anyway, getting back to where we were. So, but I was talking about LA because LAPD is actually doing its job. So far, they haven't had to beat anybody up too much, and they're doing a job. They're keeping the ICE people safe. They're keeping the LAPD safe. They're keeping their citizens safe, and that's what they're doing. The problem in Minnesota is the fucking PD wasn't doing their job. Minnesota's just an attempt like, yeah, kill him, fucking ICE people, yeah, stomp him in the ground, kill him, bastards. I'm like, what? I mean, he's all but calling for an open revolt in Minnesota. A
lot of people are celebrities, especially.
Yeah, but you're not really seeing any violence in other cities. I mean, today was an all-day thing. There wasn't any real violence around the country. And none of the places were real big. Even the one in LA, which they said was one of the biggest, was only a few thousand people. So the interest isn't there. The interest isn't there like people think it is. Because most people don't give a shit.
Well, plus 3 people have been shot. So, I mean, I think people are getting the idea. If they get too close, you're going to get shot.
Yeah, but let's examine these people. So the good chick, she's got a cool name, but she doesn't sound like the best mom on the planet. She sounded like she had other issues besides that. So, and then people tell me, well, Joe, she was trying to turn. This guy got so mad at me yesterday because I backed him into the corner. He goes, she was trying to turn. That's why. And I was like, okay. I said, where was she trying to turn? She said, the other way. I was like, okay, wait a minute now. I said,
he was facing the wrong way in the street to begin with.
I said, first off, before we get into the turn thing, remember the cop told her to stop and get out the car. She didn't do that. Okay. Now, I said on the passenger side of the car was her wife. She wasn't turning that way. She didn't want to hit her wife. And you heard her wife saying, go for it, baby, go for it. I said in front of her was a cop. And of course, on the other side, the passenger side was yet another cop.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so where the fuck was she turning? To hit the other cop? Is that what you're saying? He's like, no. I said, let's go look at the tape. I said, you can see it for yourself. I said, it didn't matter. The only thing she should have done right there was stop the fucking car and get out the car. She'd still be alive today. Yeah, she would still be alive today, but she listened to her girlfriend, got all excited, and took off and got herself.
Well, if you look at her face, she has a smug smile and a look of complete defiance. Like she's not going to do what anybody says, period.
I don't know, but she's dead, Jack, and she don't have to be. So there's two things there to learn at. One, if the Minnesota PD would have been there, Minneapolis PD would have been there, they would have been a barrier between him and ICE. That would have never happened.
Kept her out of the area.
Yeah. That would have never, should have never got to the ICE people. That wouldn't have happened. And if somebody would have killed her, it would have been a local PD. Same thing for the other guy. If the local PD would have been there, he would have never got to ICE. See, that's the problem, is you're allowing your citizens to attack federal officers. So, really and truly, the officers do have a right to defend themselves. You can't expect them to do that and be in harm's way because of stupid, drunken, high people attacking them. Because I noticed a lot of them people walking sideways and shit are pretty loaded, pretty stoned up and stuff. So I'm not thinking it's just, I think a lot of this for a lot of people is just playtime. Let me see what the best video I can get is. And then you get people like the other guy. Then what was the other guy? Were they both nurses, Gene? Is that what you just said? I don't know. I'd have to go look and see. I don't remember what she was. I remember what he was. But so what was it? ABC or CBS got caught doctoring the way the guy looked.
ABC,
yeah. So they prettied him up, gave him a tan, fixed a bad tooth.
They straightened his crooked, broken nose.
Yes. Colored his hair. Yes.
Colored his skin, made him look tan and healthy and vibrant. And
that's what they did. Then they said he wasn't violent at all. So now we find out 11 days before that, he kicked the taillight off of one of the SUVs. No, he kicked it off. Completely off.
It's one thing to shout at the officers and maybe kick the vehicle, but you break something that's federal government, that's your ass. You should be fined for that. They should have arrested his ass right then. Damaging federal property.
Well, see, they always tell you, they can stand in front of you and scream at you as long as they don't touch you, but it's not doing harm. That's not true. When you're screaming at somebody, you're screwing with their psyche. You're asking to get shot. So let me explain in the old days how this worked. If an officer told you to stop and get out the car and you just drove, he would just shot you. There wasn't even a question about it. He just shot you for trying to escape a lawful arrest. He'd have just shot you. Would have been no question about it. Would have been law, and it still is, by the way. If you go read the books, it is still. If you refuse to stop, they have the right to disable you or shoot you. So when you look at this woman's face, she's smiling big time when as she's hitting the accelerator, she's smiling. You can see it from the cop's cam as she's maiming this cop. And then, she gets shot 3 times. At any point, she could have just put on the brakes. When she hit the cop, she could have just hit the brake, but she didn't. She should have got out the car. I mean, you can't blame the cop. He was just defending himself. You can try to blame the cop.
Force to knock the wind out of him and push him off his feet. He was off balance when he was shooting at her.
He had a couple of fractures and some bruises. Yeah,
internal bleeding.
Yeah, they said internal bleeding, but basically, internal bleeding is just big bruises. No, I mean, she hit him with a car. He's lucky to be alive. If he didn't shoot her, he might be dead. And that's another thing, people. You don't realize if he wouldn't have shot her, he would probably be dead. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
The man would probably be dead. All I'm saying is they're just doing their job. You can hate on them all you want. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, and I've said it before. No matter how bad you think they are, how illegal you think what they're doing that they're doing, you don't have the right to stop them from doing it. There are other venues for doing it. If you have factual evidence that these ICE operations are being held and done illegally, take it to a lawyer or to another court and get it, get it investigated. All these people keep saying all this stuff. They're doing this thing and that thing. They're killing, they're just killing people outright for no reason at all. They're snatching people off the street at random and throwing them into detention centers or concentration camps. Kathy Griffin is saying this. We'll get the evidence, Kathy. Get the evidence and bring it to it. Don't just give us these bullshit, rumors that you're just wanting to spread. Get the evidence and show us. You're a big Hollywood. You were a big Hollywood comedian at one point. Get a camera down there and show us the evidence that you think is going on. They're all full of shit. None of them can find the evidence, and none of them will.
Because that's not what's going on. But
there's not there. The evidence isn't there. If the evidence were there, I guarantee you, there would be someone like the the Secretary of State would be president right now.
Well, that guy the other day, what's her face on The View screaming about they're Nazis, there's Nazis. He said if they were Nazis, sweetie, the day of the King's March,
they would come for her ass.
Trump would have came and got all y'all and put y'all in jail and then executed. He said you wouldn't even be here anymore. You would have already been executed. He said obviously you don't know what a Nazi is.
Two things would happen. They'd have been all arrested and either taken away to concentration camps for murdering or taken to re-education camps to be.
Yes. I like the re-education better. Yes, let's send them the.
Oh, we brainwashed first. Now that didn't took, then they fucking kill you.
Yes, let's send the re-education camps. It's no, Don Lemon got arrested, my friend. Yeah, and Wade
finally got arrested. Yeah,
and they didn't just let his ass out of jail either. He had to wait. Yeah, they arrested him. They arrested 6 others altogether.
Because what he did was a constitutional breach of the FACE Act, and that's a felony. That's a federal offense. He's going up on federal charges, not state.
He's like, oh, but they broke my First Amendment right. But your First Amendment right doesn't allow you to go break somebody else's First Amendment right. See, that's the problem here.
And when you're asked to leave private property, especially as a reporter, you're supposed to leave. Get out.
People breaking the church is bad thing to do, especially after that one. What was last year when they blew up everybody in the church? People get nervous now. You're lucky. See, you'd have broken a church down here like that. They'd have shot your ass.
No, not only that. I mean, they wouldn't let anyone out, so they held them captive. So there's another charge. What is it? Illegal capture or something like that. Illegal restraint, something to that effect. They can be charged with. But they are also in the face of a 9-year-old girl, separating her from her parents and telling her parents are evil and going to go to hell. Her parents are going to die and go to hell. What kind of an adult stands there in a church and yells at a child that her parents are going to die?
That's a sick one.
That's sick. That's really fucked up.
No, Lemon will probably get a smack on the ass or something, but they're not going to let it go. Trump's tired of letting it go.
Someone's going to get done. Like, what's that Al Sharpton is probably going to get him a slick black lawyer.
Oh, no, he's already got a lawyer. His lawyer was with him today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Don used
to
work
paid for by Al Sharpton, but whatever.
Maybe so, but Don, I don't know. Don ain't the most liked guy around. Wait, what is it, Jack? NAACP don't like gay black people? I would not know.
Think actually, we've missed a couple of breaks.
Yeah, we'll take this one at the bottom at 7 minutes, but no. They want to make, because you just can't go into a church. See, he just said a couple things that got him in trouble is what happened. Like he knew the plans ahead of time. So if you knew ahead of time that somebody was going to commit a crime.
No, they got him on that. Did you see the video? There's a video of right before they go to storm the church. He's with them where they're like suiting up and putting on their masks. He's handing out snacks, soda, coffee and something else, but I think breakfast. But he's feeding them and giving them drinks while they're getting ready to go storm this church. He knew exactly what they were doing.
He talked about that he wasn't sure because there were like 3 or 4 events scheduled.
He's full of shit, and he's lying.
No, he was saying the way he said it was he knew that there was at least 4 events. He was pervy to what events were where is what he was saying, which means he was in on it.
No, absolutely, yeah.
We'll see, Jack. But they'll probably cut a deal and pay this amount of money, donate this much to the church or something,
and probably a whole shitload of hours of community service, I would imagine.
Well, and remember, let's look at it this way: This was a staged story. As far as we know, he set this up and staged this story. So he remember, he got fired from CNN. He didn't quit. He got fired because he was a wacky that reported lies and told a lot more lies. So he's already proved you can't be trusted. And he can't even go in court and say, I'm an honest individual, because all you got to do is go back and look at his reporting and know, well, that's not true.
He's a charlatan.
Well, Clinton said he gave good BJs, man. So Akeem Jeffrey? I don't need to know about that now. That's some things I just don't need to know about. So 3 more million files released today.
Out of 6 more, there's still to come. There's another 3 million.
No, actually, they're saying a lot of this stuff's gonna be redacted. They're not gonna release it. They something about
one thing they were saying they weren't going to redact were going to be the pictures.
Oh, they didn't. And from what I hear, they gave a bunch of them. 180,000 or something. There's a bunch of stuff. So there's one email they've already found of Elon Musk writing to Epstein in an email saying, "Yeah, man, when you're gonna have the next big party out at the island?" He said, "I don't mean one of them wimpy parties. I mean one of them real good parties." Now, what does that mean, people? I can't translate Elon Musk because he's fucking crazy. But I'm assuming it meant a crazy fucking party. So, is he guilty of being a pedophile just because he wants to have a hot party? No. Not everybody wants to sleep with a 12-year-old, 14-year-old kid. That's just weird. That's a certain kind of fucked up.
Now, if we dial the clock back 200 years, 1800s, 1880s, 1860s, back then, most girls were married by the time they were 15, 16, 17 years old. Most boys were married by the time they were 17, 18 years old. It's a different time frame. Nowadays, it's frowned upon. I mean, in most cities, you have to be 16 years old, or most states, you have to be 16 years old for sexual consent of someone within a certain range of your age. Like in Maryland, it's 3 years. So anyone who's 19 or less, you can have a date with. But anyone above that, it's statutory rape and pedophilia.
And now they got states that are trying to get rid of pedophilia laws and child pornography laws. California is really bad about it too. They're trying to get rid of all kind of laws. Not Florida, John.
It's not surprising. They're the ones. Remember, we reported a few years ago that I think the actual guy's name is Wiener, Weiner, but he invoked a law that for prisoners, if you felt, trans or, you were feeling, otherly gendered, they would house you in the other gender facilities. So this one, I think he's actually a rapist. I don't know the full story, but this guy claims, all right, I'm feeling particularly female. I want to be housed in female facilities. They put this criminal in the female facilities, and within a few months, got a female other prisoner pregnant, which is against the law. They're not allowed to have sex. So they both are getting, they both went up for statutory rape against each other. She's pregnant. And it's ridiculous. I mean, why would you take a criminal? They're a criminal. You can't trust them. They're in jail for a reason. I feel like the girls. Put them in with the girls.
Yeah, Mark, I'm still not convinced that
happened. I mean, it's just the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, well,
this literally happened. It's in the news.
But that's not happening. That's not even the first time that's happened in California.
It's probably not the first time. Yeah.
No, it's not. They had that one guy got 11 girls pregnant. One got 13. It's that's like they were running some kind of strange shit. And the one guy, he would go and they would send him back to the male prison, and somebody else would come in and they would send him back. It was a fucking nightmare. No, Mark, I think that was fake, man. I don't. The Omar thing just
going around of her and him smiling together, but it may be a Photoshop or AI. But
she ran over there like she was going to punch the guy.
She went after him.
Yeah, so that would suggest she knew the guy. Like, what are you doing? Why'd you spray me with that? And then she never went to the doctors, never went to go see what it was. I mean, she could have been contaminating the whole room and killing everybody in the fucking room. She just, If I was in that room, I'd be suing her. It's like, dude, chick, why don't you get checked out?
Well, on the plus side, if it were a nerve agent, she would have dropped dead moments after it touched her. And then everybody in the room would have started to fall dead, after.
It just, the whole thing just stank to high heaven. But the bad part is he's gonna probably get jail time. Because he attacked.
I think. Well, I don't think she's far behind him.
Yeah,
to be honest, I really think. I mean, she has within the last year gone from I forget what her original net worth was before she became elected, but I think it was around $5,000 or $6,000. She's now worth $30 million.
Oh yeah, they're looking into all of that.
And there's like how much trillions or billions of dollars? 19 billion is missing from Minnesota. I think we found 30 million of it.
They're gonna no. Well, a lot of that money's already back in Somalia. So we're never gonna see it. But
if she's stupid enough to keep it in a bank account here in America, she's going to jail. Period. If they find out she touched 30 million and sent it to Somalia, she's probably going back to Somalia.
She said she just followed Nancy Pelosi's investments.
Yeah, bullshit.
I was like, wow, that's pretty good. How much money did you have to start investing with again?
Oh, but if you and I, Joe, walked up with press credentials to Pelosi right now and asked her about Ilhan Omar, she'd be like, "Who? Oh, her."
She hates the bitch.
No
she hates everybody in the squad. No, she knows who she is. She just can't stand them.
Yeah.
She's
listen to her name, Ilhan. It's got it's got sickness in the name. Ilhan Omar.
It's she's the girl is the girl's a mess, man.
She's disgusting. I mean, she hates America, and
we're not paying.
Is she a senator or a representative? I don't know which.
She's a rep, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's friends with AOC, and AOC's a rep. Yeah.
But she spews out all kinds of anti-American hate speech. How is she still in office?
Not just her, a bunch of them did. I mean,
any of them. I mean, it's just
I don't know what they're going to do with the Dem party, but it's a mess.
Oh,
and it
is so crumbling.
Well, they're going to do something because now it's starting to cause damage to our country. And
not starting to. It has.
Well,
has caused damage to the country.
A lot of people are kind of like, all right, look, just enough of this. Let's get our country back together. What are you talking about, G?
Hey, Sean.
I hit the wrong button. No, Dave, it's just no, we're going to break. That's why I'm doing this. But
it's up there. What are you doing, man?
You got it. I didn't see it till after you did it. No, we're going to take a quick break and we'll get back and we're going to talk some more about that. We'll talk a little bit more about the Epstein files. We still got a little bit more to talk about the two who died in Minnesota. Got a lot of other links to talk about. Yeah,
it's a really good thing his name wasn't Mitch Kumstein. It would really put a different spin on the entire debacle.
Well, there's a lady who's talking about the nurse guy, how he was the day of and the day before that, when it would have happened the other time, what kind of mindset he had. Sounds like he's pretty revved up. Might have been on something. I don't know.
Well, it also seems that
we'll find out.
Trans or at least cross-dresser-ish. There's a photo of him in women's clothing dressed up. And maybe it's a Halloween costume. Maybe it was New Year's. I don't know. But he doesn't look straight.
What do you mean, Jim? What do you think? Gay people don't kill people? What the hell, man? Who told you that bullshit, man? Come on, man. Where'd you get that shit?
When did that become true?
I'm like, if you're gay, you don't kill someone. I wish we all thought it was that easy, my friend, but I hate to tell you that particular thing. I think you're wrong. But anyway, we're gonna take a break right quick. Matter of fact, just look at this. This is Los Angeles right here. This picture on this thing. And we're just talking about LA. No, and again, I want to give Mayor Brass, really want to give the police chief credit for last time I looked, they were still doing a pretty good job. It should always be like that all around the country. If we did that, ICE could do its job. This shit would already be over with.
Ooh. What is this? Rolling Stone?
Oh, science is damn.
Is this some kind of woke shit, Joe?
Yeah. Fine. No, this is Maroon 5, man.
How many years?
Oh, okay.
2 years. 2 years. How much longer do you give yourself doing this thing, going around being a sort of
You were talking about gay stuff. So that's how I feel.
I've been doing it for 2 years.
No, guys, queer.
Oh, I know this.
Queer. This is pretty popular. It's a lot of fun too. Queer. Yes. We're taking back the word queer. Yes.
It means weird, not gay.
It's pretty fun. Queer.
Sexual. Dang it! I was close.
This guy's a little bitty, you know that, right?
Moves like Jagger.
Nick never good dad.
What? Yeah, but not the talent.
Good thing it's insane, man, because he couldn't dance.
Yeah, at least Jagger can move. He can't move.
Moves like Uncle Jagger.
I think it was sort of pretty well set up for at least another year.
I love that shit.
Look how young he was. Wow.
And they asked him in the beginning, because he's been doing it like 2 years. He's like, yeah, and he goes, "How long?"
It had to be 1969 or so. Yeah, early.
Yeah, and he goes, "At least another 2 years." I was like, "Yeah, it's been a lot more than 2 years, my friend." What's that, Jackie? No, it's been a lot more than 2 years. Yeah, it's He's pretty old guy these days. What the hell? What the hell is that? Sorry, guys. Got some weird audio came in there for a second. I was like, whoa, what was that? No, we're gonna skip the promos because we've been talking about a lot of stuff, but now we'll catch them on the next break. It's well, so here's this woman, and I personally don't have anything against this woman. I mean, well, she was married, she had 2 kids, she lost the kids in a custody battle. Lots of rumors on why she lost them, but we're not going to get into that because we really don't know what's true and what's not. Her family's not going to tell you the truth, so you'd have to get someone to give you the paperwork or talk to the father or the children. We have the other kid, which the father died, so that's why she's got custody of it. Now she's dead, so I don't know exactly who's going to get custody of this child. Was that really her wife, and will she get custody, or does she have any claim on this child? Who gets the $1.5 million that was raised on GoFundMe? Yeah, her wife started a GoFundMe page immediately after this happened. Yes. And had to stop it at around $1.5 million. Yeah, I heard no, that wasn't. I don't know if the officer did, but they're talking about the guy who got the bird. Trump flipped off the bird too. He got $800,000 in a GoFundMe because he got fired. Yeah, I know. Huh? $800,000 if the president flipped you off, pretty good. It's just kind of the way it worked out. But anyway, so I mean, she's dead, and none of that's helping her. I just want to know that money, that $1 million, is going to help her kids. And not just make this woman who was egging her on rich.
Oh, well, why would she give it to the kid? I mean,
I'm not saying kids. I'm saying kids. She's got 3 kids.
Yeah, but the other 2 are in, I believe it's full custody of the first husband. The third child is the second husband who's passed, and I don't even know if the wife or girlfriend has custody of the child. But why would she give? I mean, she didn't set it up for that kid. She set that money up for her.
Yeah, but it's in the mother's name that they did it. So that's going to be funny how that's going to go. She better spend it quick, or it's going to go to somebody else.
Yeah, she might be going up on some kind of fraud.
Well, no, James. I mean, she put it up there supposedly to help the kid. So it should be put in a trust, at least for the youngest kid, if not all 3 of the kids. No, she shouldn't get that money. Why should she get that money? Those kids don't belong to her.
No.
And she gets $1 million because she encouraged her wife to run over a cop? No, I don't think so. Personally, I think the bitch should be in jail. Actually, Gene, she tried to get in the car with her old lady. Yeah, she tried twice.
But the door was locked. Why was the door locked?
And the door was locked. And then, she looked over at her and said, was it
go, baby, go.
So she did just that. Because one, any way it goes, they were in the wrong because you can't interfere with a cop when they're making an arrest or on a stakeout or anything like that. If they're in the middle of doing something that has anything to do with making an arrest, you cannot interfere. That's against the law.
Even if you think they're doing something illegal or against the law, you don't have the right, the authority, or the proper credentials to stop it. It's not your job, not your place. Get out of the way.
Call the state police if you got a problem.
Yeah, you're going to get killed doing that.
Yeah, so they were right off the bat. They were in the wrong. Yeah, so I'm not so much. You mean for that officer? The officer's not in any trouble. He was defending himself. And like I said, even if he was trying to turn, well then he was trying to turn into the other guy who would have been in just much danger. Actually, the other guy would just got plowed over.
Well, the other guy was behind. Well, the other guy was in between another car. He would have got squished.
So I mean, in the end, what happened. She's on the other side or on the dark side. I don't know. I don't know well enough to say where she went to. So
wherever she went is probably not a pleasant experience.
Well, and you cannot interfere with an officer. Not when they're doing something, no. And you can always refuse to give an officer your ID, but you better not have broken a law. If you've broken a law, or a cop thinks you've broken a law, and you don't give them your ID, that's resisting arrest.
Well, it's withholding ID. It's a different charge, but they can hold you. They can charge you for not, identifying yourself right away.
No, but if you're suspected of something, you have to identify yourself. If not, it's resisting arrest.
And if you're carrying a gun, you have to say right away, especially if you're carrying legally. Carrying legally means you have your gun and your photo ID with you. And if you're carrying concealed, you have your photo ID and your concealed carry permit, which may or may not have your face on it. Well, will definitely have your fingerprint. And the guy that was shot, the nurse, he did not have his ID with him, nor did he have his concealed carry permit, nor was he concealed carry permitted. He was carrying concealed illegally without cause in a police action. So you're going to get shot if you don't declare you have a gun when there's police around, because they will shoot you.
Yes, because they think their life is. No, they're not going to get either one of these cases because
they're not going to play around. They're going to shoot you dead. They don't know what your intentions are.
Well, the first one, what's the good lady? It's not even going to go to trial now. Every judge they've talked to, the videotape is pretty clear that it's not going to go to trial. The second one may, but it really won't matter because it's a federal thing and it's going to go in front of a federal judge. And he had a gun. So they're going to justify the shooting. Because you know what? I own guns and I've been to a lot of these kind of events. When I'm in the middle of an event and I know there's going to be a lot of people around, even though I want to carry my gun, unless I'm carrying it concealed, I won't carry it. I'll leave it in the car under the seat or something. Because if someone gets that gun, I mean, Martha's 31 rounds, hollow point. It's going to wreak havoc.
Unless you're wearing level 4 or level 5 armor, they're going to kill you.
It's and actually and technically it's 3 rounds. It's a hollow point, what I like to call a target round, and then a steel round. Well, the steel rounds to penetrate other things. Bruce, I do have tracers for my 9mm.
I have tracers for a 223.
I didn't know you could get tracers for a 9mm. I was like, really? I got them. I was like, this is cool as hell. As I was shooting them, yeah. But
they're not cheap though.
No,
very expensive.
Ammo went down quite a bit. That was nice.
But a tracer round is expensive because there's magnesium on them.
And they used to give them their magnesium flares away, man. That never made any sense. Well, you hardly see them anymore, Jack. But back in the day, they used to give you just, the striker on the top. They drop down the side of the road. Truck was broke down or something. The little red flares. You still get them. Yeah, they still make them. Yeah, they're probably about $2 a flare now. Matter of fact, I think I got one in the house somewhere. Yeah. They got a little round knob on the top. It's a striker. And then there's another one. You just strike it and then the flare kicks on. You can stick it in the ground or throw it on the ground. Little bitch burns for a while, too. It burns for just about anything. Yeah, they're badass. But you can see them for a while. That's what's nice. It's a nice shiny bright, so you can see them good ways off. You can find them in kits too. Sometimes they'll come in kits that you buy, roadside kits. Yeah, but I would say today mostly you'd have to buy them price single. I've seen them at auto parts places. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, this woman really, I don't think it's going anywhere. They're going to try to do something with the second one, but it doesn't look like it's really going anywhere. Anyway, just for the simple fact that he was carrying a gun. You mean what kind of trial will it be? Will it be a jury trial, or a judge trial? If it's a federal trial, more likely it'll be a judge trial. It doesn't have to be, but it'll probably be. Yeah, well, it'll be, the judge will decide. Well, they don't know. They might get an Obama judge or a Clinton judge. Yeah. Or, they don't know.
You never can tell.
Till you get your judge, you don't really know. It's so, no, I mean, that's just unfortunate. I mean, you can't, I know everybody keeps writing to me, oh, but she was trying to turn where? Into the other cop? We know she wasn't trying to turn into her wife. Anywhere it goes, she was going to run somebody over. There was nowhere to turn. The only thing she could do was stop the car and get the fuck out the car. And there was no reason for her not to do that unless she was trying to flee the scene, which also is illegal.
Which is what she tried to do. But if you look close at the video, the one cop that's near is between. It has his back to one of their vehicles. If she turns left, she squishes him, and then the other cop gets hit with the front fender. If she goes straight, she hits the other cop who's in front, who actually winds up shooting her. And then if she turns all the way right, she runs over her wife/girlfriend.
Yeah, which we already know.
She should not have moved her vehicle. She moved her vehicle in a fashion that was dangerous to everyone around her, including her girlfriend. The cop saw that. He got hit and he shot. And my last 2 years of high school, my first 2 years of college, I was a member of the Police Explorers. It's a organization like the Boy Scouts from the same organization. Troop number 3. I hung out with police for 2 years in high school. I hung out with cops for 2 years in college. I took classes to train to become a police detective and a police, beat officer. I would have shot her. No question. I would have shot her too.
That's a problem. Just about everybody would have. She made a bad move.
She was acting like a retarded child.
She, and then her
She was
girlfriend's
given
over there egging
several
on.
lawful
They
orders
were
to
being
leave the scene, peacefully, or get out of her car. And when they said get out of the car, that's when she fled.
Well, Jesse, they were both acting so smug. It made me wonder what they had learned or who had told them what. Because really and truly, for the way they were acting, you would have thought there would have been some kind of course they had taken or somebody.
They're talking to ex-cops that are.
Somebody was telling them that you could get away with doing this or that you can't block the road. And the cops after somebody, you're going to go block the road?
Yeah.
I don't.
Unless your vehicle is disabled, you cannot. The way she had her car parked is against traffic law. That alone gives them the right to arrest her, or at least hold her for the city to give her a citation for, driving a driving violation. Right? I mean, that's the very least they should have did. Held her there until the regular cops came and they give her a citation for parking her car and blocking the road, which is against the law. Read your traffic laws, people. You're not even allowed to back up on a road. Road go that way, roads go that way. You can't back up on it. Sorry, it's against the law. You can only go forward.
Let's see. Where am I? Let me. Is this the one? Let's see. Nope, not that one. Let's get out of here for a minute. That's just too noisy. Get out. Let me out of there. Damn. Okay. That was confusing. I looked down and see a bunch of big boobies. Since that's not what I was looking for originally, I'm kind of like, where'd that come from?
Throw that link up, will you?
I was like, Jesse, no, I wasn't actually looking for that. I had typed in that nurse shot and
I don't care if you're looking for it or not. You found it. Throw it up.
I found the video I wanted to watch. Okay, let's.
Oh, you maybe not want to throw that one up.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be about a minute and 20 seconds. Let's go find it right quick. No, this is the nurse getting shot. This is one that says it defies all explanation or some shit. So we're going to play this one. No, we want to play the good ones. I mean, really, why bother? Okay. Where the hell did I lose it? There's it wrong. Sorry. Lost the room altogether there for a minute. Okay. Now here's a quick one. We might play it twice if it's we'll see how it sounds. Let's say.
ICU nurse who was shot and killed by federal agents in Minneapolis, but local, state, and federal officials are giving very different accounts as to what happened to Alex Pretti. He is a second U.S. citizen killed in Minneapolis by federal agents this month. The ICE commander called him a suspect. The Trump administration has repeatedly blamed Pretti and Renee Good, that was the other person killed by ICE, for deadly confrontations with agents.
When someone makes the choice to come into an active law enforcement scene, interfere, obstruct, delay, or assault law enforcement officers, and they bring a weapon to do that, that is a choice that individual made.
We believe that Donald Trump needs to pull these 3,000 untrained agents out of Minnesota before they kill another person.
Multiple cell phone videos captured the moments before Pretti was killed. In the footage, Pretti is seen holding a cell phone before several officers tackle him. One appears to retrieve a gun and turn away. Then agents shoot and kill him. Pretti was a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry a handgun in Minnesota. In a statement on Saturday, Pretti's parents said, quote, "The sickening lies told about our son by the administration are reprehensible and disgusting. Please get the truth out about our son. He was a good man."
I don't know about all that. That didn't show nothing in that thing. I couldn't see anything, man. What the hell? What is this one?
Hey everybody, Dr. G here. I'm a clinical and forensic psychologist as well as a body language expert, and today we're going to be analyzing the behavior and body language that led up to the shooting of Alex Pretti. Before we get started with this, a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to...
Okay, you're probably third
what? I
party.
want to see what that guy had to say.
Yeah, he's probably third party, my friend. We can't be listening to him.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably so.
No, Jesse.
But somebody did send me my one of my research buddies, I won't give his name. One of my research buddies found a relatively clean video of the shooting, but it's still not clear to me. I really can't see the gun come out, but he says he can clearly see the gun come out, and that's when the shooting begins. And the model of firearm that this kid has was a Sig Sauer, but is relatively has a bad reputation for going off when it shouldn't.
It's yeah. Let's see.
It's one of those guns. That's one. I don't like Sig Sauers. I carry two guns. It's a Beretta, and the other one is a Steyr. It's a Steyr Mannlicher, and I carry them because both of them have a safety that when you engage the safety, it rolls the firing pin 180 degrees out of sync from the firing chamber, so it can't accidentally go off. No matter how hard you hit the hammer, you're not going to make the firing pin hit the primer. So that's one of the things that people don't do their research on guns. He's probably he just liked the look of it, and it went off. It scared the cops, and they shot him. That's the likeliest scenario.
Shit's getting good. This. Sorry. Damn it, you went a little crazy there for a second. Yeah, I don't know. People just can't go around interfering with cops. That's all I'm telling y'all. You see what happens, you get killed. We've had these conversations before. It's not like the first time this has happened. You screw around with a cop, and just
FAFO, and he found out.
Well, everybody's like today, oh, look, Trump, look what Trump's doing. Well, Obama did this 56 times. 56 times. That means Trump has 54 more times to go.
53.
No, the other person didn't get killed. That one don't count.
Oh, well.
There's 56 people who died. That wouldn't have been people got injured and hurt and stuff. That was just who died. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. I mean, you're not saying nothing about that. And he deported 3 million people. 3 million. And he separated children. I mean, I don't know why you're not all up in arms about that. I don't know why you weren't back in the day. We even said that back in the day. Why you weren't upset about this? But you didn't care. You didn't care where any of them kids were going. You didn't care where any of them kids were going under Biden. Do you know how many kids they trafficked under Biden because they didn't know where the hell them kids went? No, they were giving them to families and then checking on them. And I don't even know if anybody ever even checked back on them. That's why there were so many missing. Well, a lot of them were legitimately found. And in Trump and them time, Yeah, the NHS found 67,000 of them. So no, they're finding them. It's good. But if Trump wouldn't be doing this, we wouldn't have found those 67,000 children. It'd have been like there would have been just more missing. No, it's ridiculous, is what it is. There shouldn't be that many missing children in the United States of America.
Yeah, it's like 300 and some thousand kids missing.
Yeah, I mean that's
minus what we found. Yeah,
that's just. Well, I forgot what they said the total was, but it was high. No, it was really high. The other Homeland Security was talking about the other day with the FBI director. It was high. It was a lot went missing. Nobody was tracking them. No telling where they ended up. Well, you got to remember, a lot of them were anchor babies that were just used to get people into the country. A lot of them were legit kids, and a lot of them were kids that were left here with foster parents and eventually grew up and got to get out on their own and stuff. A lot just disappeared. Your government shouldn't just be allowing children just to disappear. Hold on, let me see. I had another video up here a minute ago. That's not what it was. It was just what it was, but that wasn't what it was. I don't care about you. Oh, Dr. G, we don't care about you, Dr. G. Her husband, it's plenty of Valentine's Day. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Uh-oh.
What'd you find?
Oh, let me see if we can play this. Where is? Let's see. Where am I at? Oh, there we are.
Oh,
there we are. Ever since they flip-flopped that, I always forget they flopped it.
Yeah, it gets me every time too.
This is Sean's girlfriend right here.
Oh, well, let's put her up there. There she is. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse, what we're talking
That's
about?
Kamala?
No, that's not Kamala. That's what's her name from CNN? For some reason, her name went right out of my head.
I don't know her name.
It's
prettier than Kamala, at least.
So, is there going to be any acknowledgement of that? Should there be? It's not about the politics of the individual. I mean, look at these people. The thing that they have in common is their complete lack of mental stability. Why is that not the conversation? Why are we in this place of who's to blame? Is it the Democrats or the Republicans? The Republicans aren't trying to assassinate the Democrats. And a lot of talk of they. And when it's not a they, it's just a person. It's an individual.
And staying with CNN, they are now giving a platform to people too crazy for MSNBC, including this ignorant nincompoop who seems to think it was a right-winger who murdered Charlie Kirk.
Also not forget, Charlie Kirk was murdered. The president...
Not by a left-wing extremist. That person espoused very right-wing extremists.
Look, if you look at the targets, if you look at people in office, there's...
The right attacks the right.
People...
You know, that's why Jimmy Kimmel's lies about Charlie's murderer matter, because simpletons like Tiffany Cross heard it and believed it, and to this day continue to repeat it. And Tiffany Cross has also been on CNN inciting violence against ICE agents by claiming they are militia and white supremacists.
Did you just say ICE officers are militia?
Yes, have you not been paying attention?
Yeah, I
they
think
certainly
you're
mirror
stretching
the
a little
Gestapo.
bit. You know, that's very.
I don't think I'm stretching anything. I think we have seen what we have not seen. What we have not seen are gang members committing violence. What we have seen are ICE agents
hold on 1 second.
kill people.
But Tiffany, you're saying that you're just making a supposition here. There's no concrete evidence.
You got to be careful. That's way
there was some support. There was some
support
serving the government.
We have seen white supremacist tattoos
risking their lives, serving the government,
risking their lives. They're taking lives.
You're calling them Proud Boy militia. Did you say that?
Well, I did not call them Proud Boy militia, but I think it's disgraceful that you're sitting here. I'm actually not, but I think that there are white supremacist tattoos on their
white supremacist federal officers.
Yeah, white supremacist federal officers.
Like, where are you going with this? Why would you say that?
What does one say?
We need to be nice, Rita, because we know you want to be bad, Rita. We're going to let you out of here now. Yes, people, that's Rita from Lefty's Lizard. She's insane.
She is, and I'm going to say this right now. I don't foresee, and I don't think this is wrong, but I see Kevin, you know, the bald guy from Shark Tank. He's going to run for office. He's dipping his foot in. He's dipping his foot in real hard right now. So, but I mean, I have a feeling everybody hated him on the show. I have always liked him. I mean, he seems like an ass, and everyone always seems to think that the guys that seems like an ass, they're not good business guys. He's pretty smart. He's got quite a few successful businesses going, and a lot of that stuff's from the Shark Tank too.
Yeah, he's doing all right for himself. No, he's on there like Scott Jennings, Bruce. Yeah, he's kind of trying to bring sanity to the wilderness. Well, there's a lot of lefties still on CNN. It's going to take a long time to clean out all them lefties on CNN, and that's if they want to.
Yeah.
Well, I know the new guy who took over is a little closer to the center, so he might want to clean some of them out. He might just want to see how it's going to work. CNN's apologized on several occasions about stuff they said about Trump recently. So has CBS, for that matter.
Will CNN also apologize to the tune of $6 billion or $5 billion or whatever it was? Or was that CBS?
All of them have so far.
Yeah, all of them paid a lot, but one of them paid him like $5 billion. That's a lot of money.
Well, right now he's going after the IRS. That's next on his list for $10 billion for letting his tax returns out.
Yeah.
Well, because they're not supposed to, Jack.
It's a violation, I think. Yeah.
I mean, if they're letting Trump out. Oh no, the contractor, they caught the contract. He got 5 years in jail, and admitted that he had several other people. It was Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Yeah, he went on a field day stealing stuff. I guess he was going to blackmail people or use it. I don't know what he was planning on doing with it. Well, for Trump, it was actually good for Trump, because I remember Rachel Maddow. I seen the show, and I remember she comes out, from her thing, and she looks down. There's a paper about this long on her desk, and she looks down and she looks up and she looks over, like, what the, and she starts reading from it, and I know the guy on the side's doing this, like stretch it, because there's nothing there. I mean, there was just nothing there. It was 2 pages of nothing. And it was supposed to be her ending for the show, which is about an hour, and it was 2 pages of nothing. Well, Jack, there's nothing would make me think that Trump's a pedophile. None of the women I've seen him with look like children. No, he didn't. That just doesn't look like who he was. I mean, he had Miss Universe and Miss America, so if he just wanted just women, there was lots of them there. He was a playboy. He was single. He's allowed to chase that oomph if he's single. There are some stuff we'll bring up in the future. There's a lot of guys, especially Z-Genders, who are not looking to date. I know, a lot. So the women tried to say it was them, but come to find out it's the guys. Yeah, they big old study on it and stuff. Guys are just tired of being told bullshit. I don't know. So I guess we're going to have to go back to California and start test tube babying it up. Oh, there's a movement in the country of some women versus other women. Matter of fact, you'll see it on pages every night. I'll post them talking about each other. And the guys just seem to be oblivious to it. The Z-Gens, especially, the millennials, are a little bit more in tune with it, but because they're older, but still, it's kind of like whatever. Because some of these people, the ego is, it's just, you just would not want to be with people like these. Entitled would be a better word to use. It is what it is. But it is why a lot of people, there's been a lot of postings for American men abroad. They pay you to come live abroad. I know. I forgot what China was, not China, Russia was offering a pretty substantial thing. He said he was talking about being woke. He said, we can help you in our country. Come here. Because it used to be a thing you had to learn the language and other stuff to become Russian. They waived some stuff. They even help you get a house and money just so you can escape the wokeness of America. It varies. I know there's places around the world where you can go and they'll pay you to come live there. Mainly because they want you to have babies and multiply. Yes.
The old be fruitful and. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. Mother Nature was calling.
They what's that, Jack? No, they just, that's just how it is. They got people, their kids are leaving and going other places, and they're just trying to fill a gap to save these towns and cities. And so, good segue. So, they posted a thing out today saying that the Republicans may not even need the blue states, the blue wall, to win anymore. At the size of the rate the Democratic Party is shrinking, and more of them moving to red states that are giving them more electoral college votes and taking those votes away. So I think it's this next election, they're set to lose 8 electoral votes. That's a big number of votes. And then I think the next time around, they're expected to lose another 8. That's a whole state.
Somebody else is saying the exact same thing you're saying, and I forget who it was. Might have been CNN, but they were saying that all that they need for the midterms and for the 28 election is like 4 of the 7 or 8 swing states. And they mentioned, I think, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and a couple others. But that's all they need. And I mean, he crushed Pennsylvania this second time around, took it out like right away in the very, very beginning. So if the Republican Party can keep that same steam through the midterms and into 28 by winning those 4 or 5 key states, Georgia being one of them, Pennsylvania, Virginia, I think, is one of them. But they didn't win Virginia this time, I don't think. But anyway, the ones the big ones they won that were of dispute. If they get those again and they keep those every time, they don't really need anything else. That one will get them the win every time right now.
But that's what they're saying. At the way the things are changing right now, they're not even going to need the Rust Belt, which is Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. They won't even need them. They're because California is going to California. I think it's either 4 or 8 votes. California's losing. I think New York's losing like 4 or 5. So, and those are going to other states. It's not like they're just disappearing. They're going to go to Texas and Florida, which pushes them up even more. So, where it used to be an automatic win because you got California and New York, it doesn't work that way anymore. And so, and they're saying if they take Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, and I forgot what the other state was, they've won. They don't need the other. Even though they'll probably take them, they don't need them. Because right now, nobody in the blue Rust Belt states are upset with, except for Minnesota, and nobody else really upset with the president up there. They're kind of happy with him. And Fetterman's always taken up for him lately.
Yeah.
Which must just drive them effing crazy. Well, no, because Fetterman's right. When Fetterman's talking, he's right. Because he's being a centrist is what he's being. He's being someone who's looking at the political environment and saying, this is what's going on. They're right for what they're doing. I mean, come on. We got net zero coming in the border. We've changed all kind of our plans, how we let people come in the country.
Violent crime is down to levels of the 1900s, 126 years ago.
Yeah, depending on the way you look, between 21 and 26% murder and violent crime is down. Other crimes are down 43, 46, 47%. You're hearing, so when they're going to roll into 2026 midterms with these kind of crime numbers, strong economy numbers, good fuel prices, the border under control. And by then, you'll probably have seen food start to come down. We might even have got our $2,000 check by then. I don't know. Everybody keeps saying it's going to be a blue bath. I think they're wrong. I think it's going to be a red bath or a red run.
A red wave.
Yeah. Nah, Johnny, it's so some of the stuff that's being written about the Democratic Party right now is really bad. First off, they've lost a lot of key members that are not coming back. Even if they don't go Republican, they're not voting Democrat again. They're out of the party. First off, the little Asian girl, I can't think of her name right now. She's a demon from hell. She was like one of their biggest mouths, one of the biggest people, helped them get all kind of money. I think she's responsible for like 500 million of what's her face is 1.5 billion. Maybe a little bit more than that. She left and she took her people with her. She said because the party can't be trusted anymore. And then Jean LaPree, she left. She said she probably will never vote Democrat again because of the things they made her do. Ooh, woo, woo. If I'm currently correct, Gavin Newsom, Mayor Bass, Tampon Tim, and two of those mayors and somebody else are all under investigation already. They've already shut Tampon Tim out of the investigation in Minnesota. He can't have access to it.
Well, he's part of it.
And Omar is under investigation too.
Oh yes, and her husband.
Yeah. So see what happened is the Democrats were so greedy for so long and had power for a good run with Obama and Clinton that they just thought they were untouchable. But then they got on this crazy wokeness. So you know what's funny? The Democrats had a big thing done about why they lost. They will not make it public. They had a big think tank. Actually, two of them do a big, huge study on why they lost. They will not release it. Yeah, from what I hear, it's horrible. I mean, it's horrible. It says all kind of bad stuff they did that they shouldn't have been doing. Well, what is wokeness? Wokeness can be good or bad, but you can't go around. You know, no one's going to agree with you letting anyone under the age of 21 decide if they can have a transgender surgery. It's just like, you can't even get a fucking apartment. You can't even buy a car. But you can go get a transgender surgery? Well, some states it's 18, Jesse. Yeah, some it's 18, but it's regardless. Even at that age, you did. No. So in the old days, ow. Sorry, I twisted myself around in the chair. In the old days, you had to see a counselor, not once, but a couple times, a shrink, before you were allowed to have the surgery. Well, it's because I forgot the number, but it's 57 or 67% of all gay people go back to being straight again. There's all kind of reasons why. Because not everybody is gay because it's in their genes. You know, gay people want to tell you, oh, I'm gay because it's in my genes. Well, that's bullshit. You know, for some people it is, but it's not enough. Any psychologist will tell you that, these genes may have you may be predetermined to want to move in that direction, but usually it's got to be something that triggers it, that makes you want to go that way. You don't have how many ever millions of years of evolution of male and female that's just going to say, oh, well, we're not going to do that anymore. It's not how it works. No, it's just not how it works. So, I mean, yes, you should at least have to wait till you're 18, 19 years old to have the surgery. Because once you have it, there's no going back. And then you should have to be told the truth. You know, how many gay people stay gay? How many people turn back the other way?
What is it for the trans? It's like something after those who've had the full surgery within a year, was it 72% wanted trans back?
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
So I've got seven female lesbian friends currently. Well, let me rephrase that. I have one. I had seven. 6 of them now have gone back. 3 have gotten married and had kids. Because sometimes when you're young, things are just fads, especially when it's supposed to be cute, cool with your LGBTQ, XYZ. No, queer is mine. We're taking queer back. I told you. We're going to start taking other words back, too, but we're taking queer back. Queer, using it for being gay is a waste of a good word. Even gay is a waste of a good word. Because gay, so queer and gay, you mean happy. Queer kind of means off and kind of a little weird, but happy. Gay means happy. So what you're telling me is if you're gay, you're happy. Most of my gay friends are not that happy. Well, they're not all that sad, but they're not all that happy either. I didn't take them words away. But we're taking them back. Officially, we're taking them back. I don't care what you use the word for, but I'm using it for what it was meant to be used for. When I say, oh, look, he's gay, I'm not meaning that he's, sucking on wee-wees. I mean that he's happy and having a good day.
Yeah, I mean, there's an old song, "That's Amore" by, oh God, you know who sang it, Dean Martin. Anyway, in the song, he says, "Like a gay tarantella." Back then, what that meant is a tarantella is the Italian for dancer, and what he meant is a happy dancer, not a homosexual guy dancing around.
That's right. So get off my words, people. I had them first.
Yeah.
Y'all usurped them later on in life. I feel sorry for anyone who dies. Now, as far as I know, the nurse guy didn't have any kids or wife or boyfriend or anything. Not that I've heard. The woman did, but was she a good mother? Ben, I don't know. If you go by the internet, she was a horrible, lousy mother. The fact that the father got full custody does not bode well for her, though. That generally means there was some type of problem. And then she got married, her husband died, and maybe they should investigate that guy's death. And then she had this kid, and then all of a sudden she went gay. She went lesbian, sorry. Yes, but taking my word back, so she went lesbian. Okay. I don't why. Ask yourself, I don't know. So she two husbands, 3 kids, and then she decides that she's going to be gay. You'd have to ask her. Oh, you mean, okay, so a lot of the shooters are tied to transvestite stuff. A lot of them trying to gay stuff too, but a lot of them are tied to, at least in the last couple of years, they have been. Well, the guy who killed Kirk wasn't a transvestite, but his boyfriend was a transvestite.
Yes.
The guy who shot up the movie theater was a matter of fact, most of them after that were transvestites. Well, because the press don't like to tell you. So this cracks me up. So I listen to press today. A white something man, something Republican white man, something another, gave everything you could think of. That's what he went out and did this and molested this. Black guy did the exact same thing. He never said he was black. Never said anything really other than, oh, he got caught doing this. Never gave you a description of the person at all. No, our media has got really fucked up. Man, it's because it is. No, everybody should have basic rights, doofus ass. Color should never determine your rights. Neither should your sex organs.
No, absolutely not.
Unless you're hung to your ankle, and then that might give you a few extra rights. You might get a few more Rice Krispies or something. I'm just saying, man. You know, you could be friendly or something. Christopher Michael Dean, how are you, man? Where the hell are you anyway? Oh, California. Were you out in LA? Did you see the riots? You're in LA, but there weren't no riots where you were. So what do you think? You think everybody's doing a good job? You didn't see anything? Are you all right? Oh, well, you mean the 85 seconds? There's a Doomsday Clock. And they move it.
I had it up.
Move it up and down. Yeah, they move it up. They move it up and down. As the world does things, they move the clock back and forth. Now, frankly, I've seen the world more in a worse disaster than it is right now. So I'm kind of wondering why they moved it up to 85 seconds. But
well, they got Sam. Someone's in charge of it, but it's 85 seconds. That's 11. What is it? 11 o'clock, 58 minutes and something seconds. 58 minutes and 15 seconds.
You're just gonna go. Yeah, it's a minute 15 seconds is what it is. So that'd be what?
59, 80, 59, 15.
58:45.
45.
Yeah. We're talking about an hour, Gene. No, 85 seconds to midnight.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin's got it right. Snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
I like the way the dwarves said it in the Hobbit movie. Bright flash, searing hot pain, and poof, you're a pile of ash.
No, I don't plan on going anywhere, Kirk. But I mean, they've been tracking this for a long time, and it goes back and forth. Sometimes they say this is as close as I've been. I thought it's been closer than this, but it does go back and forth on how close you are to the end of the world. Other than Trump wanting to invade Greenland, I don't know why they're all antsy. There's nothing else really going on unless Xi Jinping shitface decides to take Taiwan. Then they might be some trouble. So Britain, one of Britain's problems with, Britain laid out the stuff they needed to do deals with China today. And one of it is to cut back on brutalizing the people in Hong Kong over being free, and to let some Britain guy they got in prison for free. I'm thinking, Xi Jinping will tell you to fuck off. I mean, he did though. Xi rolled out a lot of stuff. They were doing things and joint things that that would make China and like fusion stuff. British bus with Chinese drones on. I don't know. It's just weird shit. Jesse, what can the Brits get out of China? Cheap crap. All their chips come from us. China don't even have those kind of chips. We won't let them have them.
That's why they want Taiwan so bad, because those chips are being made there. So not a good idea to do that. I don't know whose idea was that in the first place. Put that factory there. Probably a Democrat.
Yeah, somebody trying to help out Taiwan. Well, no, a lot of that manufacturing is being brought back to the U.S. now because we can't have A1 chips in China's hands. That's the basis of too much of our stuff. It'd be like the communicator in Star Trek being taken.
Yep.
It's the basis of a lot of their equipment. You know what? I don't know. I forgot who that was actually, Jack. No, I remember hearing about him, but let me see. Maybe I've got it on one of these. I might have it on one of these. Let me see. A lot of times I keep those kind of links laying around, and I got a bunch of my other Facebook pages. I just don't have access to it for some reason tonight. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go see. If your mama said you was ugly and your daddy said you was cute, who would you believe? My mama said it's ugly. My daddy said it's cute. Who are you going to believe? Thank you for the happy birthdays, people. I see that on a different page. Somebody asked me one day, you put your real birthday up? I'm like, the fucking A, man.
Why would I
what do you? And then the guy goes, what do you mean the fucking A? I'm like, the fucking A, man. I said, look it up. He said, you being insulting? I said, the fucking A, man. Let's see. That's Newsom. We might watch that one. Let's see. This is Bill Maher. Artemis. Don't forget, people. Artemis. We're getting ready to zing to the moon pretty soon.
When is that happening?
2 weeks, I believe.
Is it? Let me look it up.
Okay, let's do it this way.
February 8th. Yeah, wow. That's right around the corner.
Damn balls. All right, where am I at?
Hey, is that? Let's find out. It's got to be a weekend. I hope it's a weekend. February 8th is a Sunday. I'm going to be at work. Damn it. What time is it going off?
It might be a day or two off because this cold weather is going to slow them down.
Oh, perhaps. Yeah, that's true. But then as long as it's on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm okay. But it's Sunday, I got to work.
All right, let's see. Let's put this. So this is a Chinese girl I was talking about earlier, the Asian one with who did all that work. Okay, let's put this up. There we go. Let's go back and restart it. Where the hell is it? Okay, where the hell is this thing? There it is.
To stop them more than 9. With all due respect, which is none, I don't really care what Tim Walz says. Okay, this is the same guy who just dropped out of his race a couple of weeks.
Why do they keep stopping?
What? It paused.
Why he keeps doing it? It's irritating as all hell, I'll tell you that.
Ago, because he did nothing to stop the more than $9 billion of fraud that the Somalis in his state were engaging in. So frankly, I don't care what he says. He has no more credibility left, if he had any, after his disastrous campaign with Kamala Harris. And by the way, reports now suggest that this man who was regrettably killed, he was protecting an illegal alien with a history of domestic assault convictions.
Wait, what?
These are the type of people that they are dying for. It's unimaginable. Where is that energy for actual American citizens? We have a senator from the United States Senate flying down to South America to have margaritas with an illegal alien. I want to see that same level of energy for the actual citizens of America who need their help. But no, these Democrats are too busy catering to a demographic that shouldn't even be in this country. With all due respect, which is none, I don't really care what.
Hey, calm down there, girl. Calm down. She's fired up. What is this one? Can you see this one? Let's see. Oh, yeah, you can see it.
3 million.
So I mean, when you look at these things, I mean, hey Arthur, get off my screen. Yeah, I used ICE to deport 3 million Americans. At the same time, I bombed 7 countries without without congressional approval. Where's your outrage? He's right. Where's your outrage?
Countries. Yeah, I mean, it's a double standard.
Where is your outrage? Wow, his mouth's wide open. What is that?
No.
Oh yeah, this is the 56 people died.
Yeah,
encounters with ICE officers. This is on the Barack people. That's his. I don't know. He's catching flies with his mouth there. Sorry about that, Barack. Not your best photo, my friend. That's just scary looking. Oh, this is the chick. She's recruiting people on X to try to kill Trump.
Who? What? Where? When? Oh, that big chunky lady. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
This guy here,
he's gone back to the border.
Yeah, he said he had enough. Big dog up here, man. It's in the big dog, and the big dog's up there now. So, okay, this ain't what we're looking for. This ain't our stuff. Let's get out of here. What, Jackie? No, well, I gotta go all the way back to this hardware, I guess. Damn it, no, I went too far. I went back too far again. Just sit on floor. It's okay, where's this one?
We are number one in everything you don't want to be. Number one for poverty, the highest poverty rate, the highest unemployment rate, the worst business climate, the highest cost for gas, electric, water, insurance, rent, everything, the highest taxes. It's just unbelievable.
Damn it. Let's try this again. No, it's because it's down here. That's why.
Yeah. How badly he's messed everything up. And then he's running around the world stage pretending that he can be president when he can't even run his own state properly. He's a total joke. Yeah, we are number one in everything you don't want to be. Number one for poverty, the highest poverty rate, the highest unemployment rate, the worst business climate, the highest cost for gas, electric, water, insurance, rent, everything, the highest taxes. It's just unbelievable how badly he's messed everything up. And then he's running around the world stage pretending that he can be president when he can't even run his own state properly.
Well, because he can't run his own state properly.
And finally, new rule, you can get creative with a novel, a TV show, or a movie, but history books, that's not supposed to be fan fiction. How we teach...
Oops. Keep doing it.
Teach our kids history has become a big controversy these days, with liberals accusing conservatives of wanting to whitewash the past, and sometimes that's true. Sometimes they do. But plenty of liberals also want to abuse history to control the present. And last month, a scholar named James Sweet caught hell for calling them out for doing just that. He criticized the phenomenon known as presentism, which means judging everyone in the past by the standards of the present. It's the belief that people who lived 100 or 500 or 1,000 years ago really should have known better.
That's right. Whoops, damn it.
Well,
where'd the button go? Here we go.
Which is so stupid. It's like getting mad at yourself for not knowing what you know now when you were 10. Stupid me, spending all that time raising sea monkeys and playing with slot cards and jerking off to a Playboy in the barn. Who doesn't have moments from your past that make you cringe? Who hasn't said, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I wore that. I can't believe I thought that. I can't believe I did that. You ate dirt. You wanted to be a Ghostbuster. You shoplifted gum. You tried to be a white breakdancer. You wanted to marry Scott Baio. I read Ayn Rand. I smoked. I was into numerology. Yes, because we hadn't then grown into the persons we would become. And humanity writ large is just the collective version of that. Did Columbus commit atrocities? Of course. But people back then were generally atrocious. Everybody who could afford one had a slave, including people of color. The way people talk about slavery these days, you'd think it was a uniquely American thing that we invented in 1619. But slavery throughout history has been the rule, not the exception. The Sumerians, the Egyptians, the Greeks, Romans, the Arabs, British, the early Americans, all the way up through R. Kelly. The Holy Bible is practically an owner's manual for slaveholders. The word slave comes from Slav, because so many Slavic people were enslaved, and they're as white as the Hallmark Channel. Who do you think gathered the slaves from the interior of Africa to sell to slave traders? Africans, who also kept their own slaves. We're a species prone to making others of our species our bitch. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Humans are not good people. And the capacity for cruelty is a human thing, not a white thing. That's the truth, even though it doesn't jibe with the current narrative. But in today's world, when truth conflicts with narrative, it's the truth that has to apologize. Being woke is like a magic moral time machine where you judge everybody against what you imagine you would have done in 1066, and you always win. Presentism. Yeah, this professor is right. It's just a way to congratulate yourself about being better than George Washington because you have a gay friend and he didn't. But if he was alive today, he would too. And if you weren't alive, if you were alive then, you wouldn't. Portland Public Schools has a plan now to teach kids that the idea of gender being mainly binary was brought here by white colonizers. The curriculum guide says, when the United States was colonized by white settlers, their views around gender were forced upon the people already living here. Not even Star Trek would try that story. Where they discover a planet and give them separate bathrooms. It's like they...
I don't know, man. It's pretty whack, dude. What's that, Jimmy? No, I'm coming back to check. We're not getting bounced for playing. What's his name? No, he's pretty good.
Crap.
Yeah. No, well, a lot of it we got to take off of YouTube anyway because it can't be monetized. But you can still hear it on Rumble and places like that, or any of the other places we have that's on. You mean Facebook? Facebook is weird. It may or may not be on Facebook. Well, Bill's always great to it's always great to listen to. But let's see what else we got on that page. If I can find a damn page. Okay, let me find this page, then this page. Well, now I keep a lot of stuff on these pages for us. Let's see, what is this? What is this guy ranting and raving about?
You're mad at Trump because the white Democrats tell you to be mad at him, and that's a shame. Donald Trump. I can, I'll admit there's some things about him that could be refined. And there's some policy things about him that are not as conservative as I would want them to be. But when you compare him to Joe Biden and Barack Obama, who are horrible people, that's horrible people. 9-month abortion, castrating little boys and calling them little girls, destroying school choice, allowing the illegals to come over, trying to take your guns away, starting all this racial strife in the United States of America. He was horrible into it. They were horrible people. So Trump started at a deficit, and he's trying to clean this thing up. He doesn't have a lot of time, but he's doing it. And the interesting thing about Donald Trump and about what he's doing now, I think that a lot of black men are resonating with him. Wow. I think they like the fact that Trump is, unlike Obama, is at least manly. But Barack Obama was so effeminate. Well, was effeminate. Hell, he is effeminate. Where Trump at least believes in the power of America. And we are American. You're mad at Trump because of white.
That was poor Obama, man. Why you hate Obama so much, man? That's Jay does that. Four people in this crew. There they are flying along. Farthest going to be the farthest man's ever been in space. Man is.
The countdown has officially begun.
Okay.
NASA's about to send humans around the moon for the first time in over 50 years. 4 astronauts will fly farther from Earth than any crew since Apollo. This is Artemis, the mission that brings humanity back to the moon. Are you ready? The countdown has officially begun.
Yes, we're ready. Jay and I said we're ready. Oh wait, just one of my favorites. We gotta see what this asshole is saying.
I've known President Trump for 10 years. He like him or not, he exists loudly. He grows anxious when he has an unexpressed thought. It's all unfiltered. Now, some people like that and some people don't. I would think the media would love that. He talks to the media more than any president I've ever seen.
But the idea that President Trump is not deciding which version of himself we're going to see is absolutely wrong. I mean, if you know, and you interact with President Trump in private, I have over the course, the first time I interviewed Donald Trump was back in 2013 when he was just thinking about running for president. Yeah. And he has one setting when those cameras are on and one setting when those cameras are off.
Right.
And if he wanted to make a different decision about how to conduct himself in public, he is absolutely capable of doing it.
He's not going to.
But he's not going to. That is also correct.
And you can criticize it. This is America. You can say what you want. Now, he's not going to like it. You might end up with a sombrero on your head. but he is what he is. I've known Trump.
That was a good one. Wait, what the hell is this? People, you never know it's going to be on these.
Remember when they told us that the gays would be in conversion therapy camps as soon as Trump got elected?
Remember when they told us Joe Biden was coherent and that Kamala Harris was the best person for the job simply because she was black and a woman? And she's not even really black.
Remember when they lied to you about the Hunter Biden laptop and then hid the evidence from you on social media?
Remember when you were scared to be called a racist for not putting up a black square on Instagram?
Remember when they told us the puberty blockers were safe and effective?
Remember when they lied about the economy doing great, and then when it was disproven, they tried to tell us that inflation was a good thing?
Remember when they told us that social media sites were not actively discriminating against more conservative voices?
Remember a few weeks ago when Tampon 10 and the Get Fresh crew asked the people to obstruct justice?
I love it, chick. I don't like you. You make me nervous. Look like this. There's a little girlfriend. There's a little Obama. There's a other Obama. What's this? Oh wait, we gotta watch this. This is just weird. People don't excuse me. So guys, some people might not like what's going to happen here.
What is this?
Do you see this thing?
No.
You don't see that on the screen?
Russian penguin?
Yeah, you studied like a penguin? Damn.
Oh, okay, barely. It's not big enough. You got to make it bigger.
No, it's a Russian.
Huh?
It's a drone that kills. That's a person.
You're breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
I said that's a person.
Oh.
Now watch. Watch this thing that hits you. And it's a drone that hits you.
It's not moving.
What do you mean?
The video or is it the picture?
Oh wait, let's see. But where are we at? It's yeah, it's definitely. Where am I at? Wait, where'd you go? Go back to stage, Day. All right, where are we at? I mean, it should be on there. Why is it not? Let's see.
Maybe it opened in another window?
Let's see. I don't know what the hell it's doing that for. Let's see. Add to stage. I don't know why it's adding all of this over here. That doesn't even make any sense. Just exit out and start all over. I don't know what it's add, Jack. Yeah, there was like a whole list. Yeah, see, Russian penguin eliminated by the Ukraine. Did it go up on the screen? Put it up on the screen.
Let me see. Is it there? Where are you? Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we can see it. Oh, it is a dude. Huh. Was a dude. Is that a drone that got him? Wow.
That's a drone, yeah.
Can you not hear it coming or what?
Whoa. Oh my God.
The ladies on The View. The ladies on The View, they don't know what hit them.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was impressed by the American people like that. I mean, imagine they came over here with the age of 21 with absolutely nothing. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and they're the foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean. And to make
I tried a meal service for
Mayday, 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 Delta 173 declaring a medical emergency. We have a child in a febrile seizure, shock onset, eyes open but unresponsive, unable to move, requesting immediate priority landing.
Delta 173 negative. Runway is closed due to a presidential arrival. Earliest approach window is 13 minutes out. Maintain holding.
13 minutes, tower, the child is seizing, losing tone, completely unresponsive. We don't even have 2 minutes. This is life critical. We need that runway now.
Delta 173, follow procedure. You're carrying 230 additional passengers. From an operational standpoint, presidential priority overrides a single medical case.
Tower.
Now, let me tell you about the story that liberal algorithms locked out. Her name is Sia Weaver. And if you ask anyone in the blue sky bubble who that is, they'll look at you like a turkey looking up at the rain. But she's kind of important in New York, being Major Mamdani's chief of the Office to Protect Tenants. And since Mamdani's big issue is the rent's too damn high, yes, he stole this guy's act. It's a very key appointment in the most important city in the country, which is also our financial center. It matters that the mayor stands by, and so I assume stands with, someone who says things like, if you don't believe in the government's sacred right to seize private property, it's over. Seize private property. Home ownership is racist. Elect more communists. Private property, especially home ownership, is a weapon of white supremacy. Really? Even among the 20 million Black Americans who own their own home?
What if your next social ad was on TV? Trump's executive order for birthright citizenship just got blocked. Another win for democracy. Yeah, I saw that. Did you actually read what the judge said? Yeah, he filed a class action lawsuit or whatever and issued a nationwide injunction. What about it? You mean the part where he granted legal status to the unborn? He did what? The judge certified a class of all current and future persons. That means unborn children now have legal standing under the federal court. Nope, that's not what he meant. Oh, I'm pretty sure he did. He wanted to block Trump so badly, he just accidentally handed the pro-life movement exactly what they've been asking for. But we're pro-choice. We don't do fetus rights. That's your thing, right? But now, thanks to your side, unborn babies have legal status, which means lawsuits can now be filed on their behalf. This is insane. What about immigration? In trying to protect birthright citizenship, your radical left judge just told the people in the court, hey, future people in the womb, you count too. But we've spent years saying fetuses aren't people. Yeah, I know, my body, my choice, until suddenly it's legally somebody else's body too. This is all Trump's fault. Crazy, sometimes you go so far left, you end up right. Trump's executive order for birthright citizenship.
So I have two questions. My first one is, if Jesus fed people for free, taught people for free, and healed people for free, why don't we do the same?
Churches should.
Churches should? Okay. But why can't we do that on a more systemic level through government programs? Hey, maybe private companies with all of their record profits. Why hasn't Elon put up some of his own private money to help end homelessness?
Because homelessness is not a money problem.
Homelessness? Tell that to homeless people. Then.
I have. I say, you know what? Almost every single one of them has either mental problems or drug disorders. It is not a matter of lack of capital. It's that they should either be in an asylum or they're doing hard drugs and they don't want to stop. We have homelessness.
Asylums that Ronald Reagan defunded? There are asylums that Ronald Reagan.
Yes, if we want to talk about bringing back asylums, I'm all for that. I have an entire political party I would put in an asylum.
Okay. Then we. All right. My second question is about Mahmoud Khalil. He was a legal immigrant with a green card, with a wife and a baby on the way, exercising his free speech rights. So my question is, if legal immigrants aren't safe, then who is?
American citizens.
But he is a green card holder here legally.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Yes. He's not a U.S. citizen.
How does it not matter?
Read the Immigration Naturalization Act. What Mahmoud Khalil did was he went and protested, celebrating the death of Jewish babies, celebrating Hamas in Gaza, and under the Immigration Naturalization Act, it says very clear the Secretary of State can deem somebody who has a green card or a temporary visa holder as a threat to the United States of America and against our geopolitical interests, of which Mahmoud Khalil did and is.
How long it takes a beginner like my...
Hey, let it go! Hey, let it go! Hey, get out of here!
You're okay, buddy.
Damn it!
That eagle don't want to leave the dog alone. He wants to eat that dog. Damn.
Wow.
Dude, that eagle's hungry.
Poor guy. Wait till he grows up. That eagle's going to be in for a fight. Oh, he's a howler. Oh, look.
Yeah, he was lost.
That's his family? Let's just say thanks.
I'll give you £1,000 right now if you could tell me the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. You said that twice. Yeah, the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. Can anyone tell me? £1,000. I'll give it to you right now. Yeah, name? Wrong. Not a U.S. citizen. Citizen of El Salvador. Anyone else? U.S. citizen deported under Trump. Nope, that was a lie. You should know better than that. You go to Oxford. So that is a correction. Number two, can you tell me when it comes to Charlottesville, something that you said when Donald Trump said that there were people on both sides? He was actually talking about the statue debate, not what you said. So that's a hoax. That's line number 2. Oh yeah, you said that somebody over here said something about Pete Hegseth being nothing more than a TV host. You should also mention that he was a service member of the military. Nope. Sorry, I'm going to talk uninterruptedly. Thank you. Service member and was a decorated war hero. Funny you didn't mention that. Finally, the Donald Duck, really, like, what was that all about? What is this jar? I have no idea what you're talking about in the back of the room. So, like, it's completely lost on me. So I don't know what that's all about. Also, on the Canadian border, the professor failed to mention that the Canadian border was closed. President Trump said fentanyl, and the amount of terrorists that are coming across the Canadian border, of which the most terrorists that come into America come across the Canadian border on the terrorist watch list. You did not mention that. And finally, professor, you never heard of it in South Africa. Interesting. You never heard of that. The fact that a major political party in South Africa says, quote, kill the Boers, kill the Boers. I would expect more of somebody who wrote a dissertation and teaches here at Oxford to say that you would not know about the attempted slaughter and genocide of white South Africans. I never went to university. I take that as a great compliment. So therefore, everyone who went to university should be able to run circles around me. You'll be.
Mr. President, why are you suing your own administration and the IRS? Why are you suing?
Who are you with?
I'm with ABC News.
You're a loud person.
Oh, not these guys. Oh, these poor guys.
What you stupid turkey?
Oh,
I'm calling the cops on you, you son of a.
I know where you live.
Yeah,
I will find you. This isn't funny. You hear me? You think this is a game?
Boom. Right in the face. Oh, he's going to fall on his ass.
What the hell? You kidding me?
Get asshole. Oh, there was fire there. Oh, her wig came off. Her wig came off. Pants going off. His pants are coming off. Oh,
I'm gonna sue all of you.
This comedian just upset a lot of Democrats.
The Democrats still seem confused as to why they lost this election. They want to think it has something to do with misogyny or racism. Well, let me clear it up for those still bewildered Democrats. You lost because you tried to tell the American people that the economy was great when they couldn't afford to buy groceries. You lost because you ran a moron in place of a president you knew was a corpse attached to a car battery.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you just kept going away from Earth at the speed?
When this guy gets pulled over.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We do not allow delays here at Kennedy.
Can I get that recording of that sent to my email?
It'll probably be on YouTube tomorrow.
Not an emergency? Negative. No, we have an engine failure, but not an emergency. Oh, not an emergency. Okay, just so an engine failure, but you're not an emergency. Are you overweight landing? They want to know.
Not at all. No, not even that.
Not even that.
At 89, which direction would you like?
I recently.
All right, just a big gulp, bud. Yeah, scan it and I'll. Whoa! Dude! Come on, man. You just knocked the whole thing. All right, hang on. All right, just a big gulp, bud.
Yeah, had nothing to you, man.
What the hell?
You finally came out. Now wipe this green paint off me and hand me compensation right now. Not later, not tomorrow, right now. Because if you refuse, I will drag you to court so fast you won't even have time to shut your door.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are. I didn't put paint on anything.
Oh, you know exactly who I am.
You think you can stop me? This package will be in my hands in no time.
That was one full of shit.
Wig is gone. Wow.
What the hell?
At least you get this guy blue.
Call a lawyer, call the police, and take you to court until the very end. Mark my words. You look me in the eye. This isn't over. Not by a long shot.
You got no grounds, asshole. You're stealing from people. That's awesome.
I was just walking by. I never touched your package. It just exploded and covered me in paint.
Shit. If you weren't planning to take anything, then why do I have you on camera with the box in your hands?
What? No, ma'am, hey.
What?
Anyway,
How many shovels does it?
those guys coming out. Anyway, we gotta get out of here. Jeffrey. Okay, yes. Well, no, this, like I said, this all kind of shit on these pages, and then it just runs and runs and runs, and like on the night side tonight, I just decided to play some of it. It's on my my personal YouTube page. I mean, my personal Facebook page. One where I'm wearing, I think I'm in a vest or something. It's on there. It's just because we run across so much stuff. Well, this one, that's like Joe Rogan right there. There's another Obama one. This thing right here, y'all can't see it, but it's these are all people who were raped by illegal aliens.
Oh yeah, it's actually a huge list.
Yeah. Well, this is a page of the faces.
Yeah, they've been doing that too. Yeah.
And then where am I? Let's see. Hold on, let me find out where I'm at on StreamYard. Oh, wait, I didn't know I was off the camera there. Let's go back over here. Share screen here. Let's just do a general Facebook share. Yeah, so this is the faces. I wonder if I can blow it up any. Let's see.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, there's some women rapists in there too, or those are the women that got raped?
It's all women that got raped by illegal aliens.
Wow.
Oh, there's many more than that. That's just what they put the faces. Oh, this city in New Orleans. Can y'all see that?
Oh, New Orleans.
Yeah, that's the bridge. It's all Mardi Gras up. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see it all Mardi Gras up. That's all the buildings Mardi Gras up. Well, not all the buildings, but
the ones that matter.
A lot of the buildings, I should say. Well, this is like this is on the river. That's the aquarium. That's just the two bridges. What's else? Oh, look at this, man. Somebody buy me this.
What is that? Oh, wow.
Somebody buy me that, man.
That's pretty. Who did that?
Oh, wait, we got to watch this.
Did Tripa put that up? I know Tripa.
Let's see. Where does this get off of here?
Heartwarming soldier home and dog spot. Oh, okay. That's probably going to be a good one.
Are we up on the screen?
It is, but not the video part.
All right, hold on. Let me come back over there. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Get rid of that and re-add it. There it is. Okay.
All right, and I got it there. It's up.
These damn dogs, man. Dogs could leave things in good note, people.
And in my arms of darkness, she's standing right in front of me.
He missed him.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh,
That's what my dog would do. That's my German Shepherd would do that. He's over there asleep by the door. Oh, jeez. Hey, Bernard. Oh, yeah. Don't ever get a great day. Or should it laugh?
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words.
That's racist concept.
That's sad.
And in my arm of darkness, she's standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be.
What the hell?
They're scaring themselves.
Oh my god! Don't you scare themselves?
god.
Very sweet.
I'm still crying. Oh shit.
We just got back from my son's school because the school suspended my son for 3 days because he put laxatives into a cupcake that a bully stole from him. This bully would constantly shove my kid around and steal his lunch because, quote, he is too fat to enjoy such meals as we send him to school with. So my son decided to outsmart his bully and put laxatives into a cupcake that he knew the bully would steal from him. The bully once again stole my kid's lunch, including the cupcake, and the laxatives took an almost immediate effect. The bully defecated in his pants and then for an hour more defecated in the bathroom. Now let's move on to today for the appeal. My wife and I went to the school in order to defend our son, and wouldn't you know it, the bully and his parents were also there. Why were they there? Well, they wanted my son to face harsher punishment, not just suspension, but expelled from the school. The bully's parents got to speak first, and they got to say their piece, including bringing up the school's zero tolerance for fighting, even when it's retaliation. And that my son should be facing harsher punishment because, quote, my son poisoned their son. And that even though their son forcibly took the cupcake, it was my son's intent for their son to eat that cupcake. That this was thought out and then carried out. And then, just like the scene from White Chicks, I stood up and I said, I started it off with, let's talk about intent. It was not my son's intent to be bullied. It was not my son's intent to have his lunch stolen almost every single day. It was my son's intent, however, to go to school like a normal kid and be left alone. It was my son's intent to stop the bullying without resorting to physical violence. My son reported instances with this child multiple times, and the school did nothing about it, so he had to take it into his own hands. And he did so quite beautifully. My son is no longer fearful of this bully. My son has suffered not only physical pain, but psychological pain from this bully for weeks. And to suggest that my son should be expelled for cleaning out the colon of this bully is absolutely ridiculous, along with him even facing suspension. All across this country, children are doing much, much, much worse things due to bullying, whether it be taking their own life or other kids' lives. And once again, this cupcake was not offered to this kid, nor was it forcibly given to this kid. This kid forcibly took it. My son embodied the phrase, fuck around and find out. And honestly, it is parents like these that create bullies like their son. I'm actually very concerned for this child because God knows what's going on in that household to create such a bully. How? We just got back from my son's school because the school suspended my son.
That's fake. They don't come out like that. Oh shit.
How can I love when I'm watching you stand all of my doubts.
Having kids scream.
Oh shit!
And the mom falls back
Wow. That's why you don't leave your critters outside, people.
Which door do I leave from?
At Harvard, we don't end our sentences with prepositions.
Well, in that case, which door do I leave from, asshole?
What democratic eloquence.
You asked the question, sir. Let me answer it. The genius of the Constitution is that it can always be changed. The genius of the Constitution is that it makes no permanent rule other than its faith in the wisdom of ordinary people to govern themselves.
Faith in the wisdom of the people is exactly what makes the Constitution incomplete and crude.
No, sir. Our founding parents were pompous, middle-aged white farmers, but they were also great men because they knew one thing that all great men should know, that they didn't know everything. They knew they were going to make mistakes, but they made sure to leave a way to correct them. They didn't think of themselves as leaders. They wanted a government of citizens, not royalty, a government of listeners, not lecturers, a government that could change, not stand still. The president isn't an elected king, no matter how many bombs he can drop, because the crude Constitution doesn't trust him. He's a servant of the people. He's a bum, okay, Mr. Pitcairn? He's just a bum. And the only bliss that he's searching for is freedom and justice. Which door do I leave from?
At Harvard.
But
Tiki, 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 mate tiki,
What the hell are we watching here?
tiki, tiki,
Air flying an F-15?
When I found
Wait. Doggies.
Face it.
Look, it is. It is him. Oh, yeah. It knocked it down.
Hey, that dog, man.
Yeah, that's a Marmaduke right there.
Good boy, you remember me. Yeah, you do. When I found myself.
Wow.
Oh my God. See this. He's actually seeing this.
What's close? What happened to the dog?
When I found myself.
All right.
I tried a meal delivery service for the past 7 days, and
It's getting late. The hell.
There's a little puppy overload there. Yeah, thank you.
Well, you know, people, somebody the other day said, you used to always leave your show on a good note at the end. They're like, well, you know, what the hell? What is that, Jenny? Actually, I was looking at something Audrey sent me, but we ain't got time to look at it. Hold on real quick. Let me switch pages. Oh, you get lost in some of these pages. Porch parts. The porch part shit's great, man. Teach you not to be stealing people's shit. Leave it alone.
Oh God, those brought a tear to my eye. Some of them, Jesus, they're funny.
I mean, that's just pure stupid is what that is. But
yeah, but
really.
I mean, the fucked up things that they come back to the camera all covered in that colored paint, you know, and I'm going to sue you this and sue you that and blah 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 blah.
Because the idiots.
You have no grounds. You're on their front porch.
I know you're stealing something that belongs to them. You should leave their stuff alone. Hold Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
I mean, yeah, it's just so scary how stupid people are.
Oh, what the hell? I don't know what I did with it. Oh, okay. Actually, they only show that there's everything's posted except for this show, Church of Mavis, and whoever was before that. No, they're posted.
Spirit Radio.
No, Spirit's not posted. Church isn't posting this show. It's gonna probably be posted in the morning sometime. Yeah. Well, no, I host both the Arthur's Quill tomorrow and the chat.
Yes.
Yes. The chat, there's a lot of stuff we gotta go over. Including I was thinking about, it's Mardi Gras. So I was thinking about, for us, it's Mardi Gras down here. So we might do some Mardi Gras drinks. Show you people up north how to stay warm up there, man.
Yeah. Mama.
Oh, no, Jimmy. So Mississippi, middle to northern Mississippi is just basically a fucking ice sheet. Looks like something out of prehistoric era. Yeah. Down here, we didn't get anything. We didn't even get a flurry. We might this weekend, but no. It's hard if I get ice down here because when the sun comes out, it starts to melt. And generally, if it's not raining, we got the sun. Every night for 2 weeks now, we've been below freezing. Some even now this weekend, we have wind chills in the teen and like 10 degrees and stuff. The South can get cold, just doesn't do it often. Oh, no, it gets cold, though. Don't ever think it can't get fucking cold, because it can. Well, that's why you hear every once in a while, oh, orange juice now is $1 billion because they had a freeze and way down south in Florida below Tampa, and all the trees got killed. All the fruit got killed. They grow a lot of fruit in Louisiana, but they got to go out there and cover all that stuff. They got machines now they use to do it. They wrap the trees, but you got to leave the trees breathe, and you got to protect the fruit. And
yeah, you can't have as many trees because there's a truck that has to go in there like sideways, and it's not like it used to be. They shake them now, don't they? All of them, no matter what kind of fruit it is, nut,
a lot
apple,
of them.
Orange.
No, they got some they can't shake because it bruises the fruit, but most of them they shake now.
Well, I mean, don't they put like a net under it?
Yeah, I guess it depends what it is, because I see some catch with a net, some catch with a.
Some just let it fall to the ground, and then they come by and pick it up by hand. Yeah.
Or they'll show you, like in some of the cities now, have started planting nut trees, like pecans and stuff like that. So you'll see these things going down the sidewalk, shaking these trees, getting all the fruits out of, all the vegetables. I mean, all the nuts out of. Hardwoods are hardwoods. It's no, I mean, no, they're just like, I mean, it's just like an ice sheet up there right now. And people in the South don't drive on ice. They don't know what the fuck ice is. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? Matter of fact, they got the one girl who puts her thing on YouTube all the time. She said, she got a really country accent. She said, you people up north, your weather's down here in my backyard. You need to come down here and fucking get your weather and bring it back home with you. It's drunken shit causing a mess. No, I mean, if you're older than 20, you've seen really cold weather down here. But lately, if we bought this house 14 years ago, it seems to be that we see way more cold weather. Well, my grammar is shot tonight, but we see a lot more cold years than we used to. This is 3 years in a row where we have more than a week below freezing at a time.
And almost snow.
Yeah, and we may still see snow before the season's over. Well, we're just missing it, so it's just ending right as it's cold enough to snow. Yeah, it's just the way it works out. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not working right now. I'm semi-retired, so if it snows, it's just a mess in the yard. But I don't know. I gotta go car. I got so much shit I gotta do. I don't want to do. It's not even funny. Y'all can donate a car to me. I'd be real happy. You know, anything's nice. I'm not greedy. F-150 would be even nicer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not a car. That's a truck.
Well, the kind I want might as well be a car. No, my F-150 Jack, it rode better than any Lincoln. My mom, you know, used to love Lincolns, but that truck was smooth. If you put like 150 pounds, 200 pounds in the back of it, oh my God, it was just so nice. Moon roof, 4 doors, seats all over the place, stereo, everything's, I mean, it was anything you could find in a high-end car was inside that truck. I'm just telling you, that's just how they make them now. And you can even get specialty versions like King Ranch and Harley Davidson, Lariats. They have special versions of the trucks. That, you know, well, Harley's all leather inside. Got a few other things besides that. Yeah, it has a Gatling gun that pops out from the middle of the hood.
Nice.
Yeah, a little Gatling gun. It's only like a 50 mil or something,
but you know, it's enough.
Just enough to tear from the car.
It helps in a pinch.
What was that? I did say that, Dean. I said I got 4 20mm cannons on each corner of my house. That auto track. That the other day, they accidentally disintegrated a possum, but I think they thought it was an enemy. I don't know. It's AI.
Well, remember, people, though, if you have a possum problem, you don't have a possum problem. What you have is either a flea or a tick problem. So don't kill them. Let them eat the bugs, and they'll go away.
That's right. And then one of them shot off the corner of the house trying to shoot at helicopters the other night because they've been having so many helicopters flying over the house. I guess they think it's an invasion of some kind. Oh no, really, and to be honest with y'all, the last 3 days, 8-10 missions a day, flying back and forth. It's every kind of freaking helicopter you can think of, except for those what do they call them, Wasp or something. We just retired a fleet of helicopters.
Not Blackhawks.
No, they weren't like that. They were those little close range spy helicopters, low yield.
The Osprey's not really technically a helicopter though. But
these are this is really small. These are basically in and out kind of helicopters. They're not really designed for. They're like, go out and look at everything before you send in the real helicopters.
Right. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
I can't think. Man, they're posted somewhere. No, what's that, Jack? No, they're on one of the set sheets somewhere. I put them, but it was just something I came across today when I was looking at articles for the show. You know what? That's what I was going to do. Hold on. I got to fiddle in with stuff and forgot what I was doing. Well, it happens sometimes, man, Only when it's perfect is Michelle. The rest of us just, well, no, we talked about the Doomsday Clock, and we talked about Uncle Don Lemon going to jail. Yeah, and then we talked a little bit about Epstein stuff coming out because there's some interesting people in Epstein's list this time. So far, I ain't heard no Trumpers, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I don't know. It's this Tulsi Gabbard. They're bitching at Tulsi Gabbard because she showed up at an FBI raid in a Georgia election hub. You gotta wonder what the hell she was doing there. Jimmy, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but so breast cancer and what was the other one? Used to be the number one cancers, but today it's colon cancer. So they kind of got a handle on the other ones, but colon's got out of control now. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I did see that article. I put it in the list today. Who was that? They said they're selling the Seahawks after the Super Bowl. Yeah. I guess if they win, they get more money.
Those are Navy birds, yeah.
Yeah, no, Seahawks, the football team, the Seahawks.
Oh, they're still talking about the
I should have said the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. No, we're getting ready to go, Gene. Why? Past my bedtime. No, I got a couple of these I got to read off, but we're getting ready to go. Melania Trump's documentary, her new movie, whatever it was pulled off the shelves in South Africa for some reason. I'm sure they'll find out why. And, we're always talking about, it's global warming, Joe. You don't know what you're talking about, Joe. It's global warming. Moscow, record heaviest snowfall in 200 years. Uh-oh.
Wow.
I keep telling you, it's not global.
Have they been
warming,
recording
climate change?
snowfall in Moscow for 200 years?
Apparently so. It would make sense. They've been there for that long.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. I want to wait to see some more video on this shooting with the nurse, because nothing I've seen I find all that clear. Yeah, not really done.
Well, what do they say they're gonna when they've investigated enough, they say they're gonna release all the test cam video of the shooting.
I have to say, let's see. Cancel the Olympics, cancel the World Cup, cancel America. We're not fit to host the world. 35 tweets calling out the utter chaos of politics are from around the world. Illegal immigrants caught blasting guns on packed highway, shooting at family in a road rage attack. Oh my God. We are out of the country. Yes, that's what I was telling you earlier. NASA delays first Artemis mission moonshot because of weather. Because you know what? I was saying it to Linda. I said, I hope they fucking learn their lesson from the space shuttle.
Don't need no more people blowing up on the way there or on the way home.
A woman charged with allegedly beheading her boyfriend, arrested after fleeing to Mexico.
Wow.
I'm not feeling good about that one. Legal analysts say new video shows Alex Pretti's state of mind before fatal border. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that last one sounds like a Lorena Bobbitt thing, but she cut off the other head.
The last one was The View. The View was talking about how great Alex Pratt was, and he was a perfect guy to marry your daughter.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying.
I don't even think he had a girlfriend. We got to go, guys. I got to go get something. I'm starving. It's no, we got through everything we wanted to. There's a couple other articles we could have went through tonight, but we got to save stuff for tomorrow too. Well, we'll be doing a couple of Mardi Gras things here and there because it is Mardi Gras time. I don't have to give a shell's butt about Mardi Gras up the station and stuff. It's the station's from New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras.
Thank you.
You have to represent it. We'll start playing some Mardi Gras mambo music. It's well, the only bad side about doing clips like we did tonight is when I edited for YouTube, it's going to be like 30 edits. Well, nobody else cares, but they do here. It was nice seeing everybody in Rome tonight, guys. Hope to see y'all tomorrow night. I'm on the Arthur's Quill tomorrow. We're getting ready to start getting into this year's Right of the Future Awards, book 42. If
John bleeped out that he saw the edit, that it was amazing. He said,
so book 42 is an important number. I'm not going to say why if you don't know why. Also, this will be 1,000 authors they've given awards to since it started. And so they'll be doing that. Oh, because 42 is the answer to everything in the universe. Or did you not know that? Don't remember the computer Deep Thought. Deep Thought, I think that's its name. From what is the damn name of that TV movie? That movie. The guy's running around with a towel in his hand. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
Yes. Oops, excuse me.
Yes, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. Yes, as a matter of fact, I think they're going to theme the gala this year after that.
Was it Douglas Adams is the author that did that?
Yeah. Well, no, Doofy. Is
he going to be there?
So I don't know. No, Don. So they went and asked this big, massive computer, what is the meaning of life? And then it said it had to build another computer to figure out. It built another computer out to figure it out, and it said 42.
Oh, wow.
That was the answer. See, that's what I'm saying. So
maybe it meant to say that's the maximum number of chromosomes you can have as any kind of a biologic.
Oh, this in that movie, the guy has 2 heads and shit. One guy has no body, just a head. It's stupid shit in that thing. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe is how can I say this? It's like eating snails or something. It's acquired taste. Yes, it's an acquired taste. Well, I like goofy stuff like that's why I like heavy metal and stuff. I mean, the movie heavy metal. It's heavy metal and it's heavy metal 2000. Well, if you've got a teenage son, I wouldn't let him watch it. It's like soft porn almost. It is, but we got to go, guys. Because I want to thank everyone for tuning in to News on the Flip Side with Jay and myself. I hope you enjoyed the show. Of course, any moans, groans, bitches, or gripe, you can feel free to write to Michelle DeRoche. She says she does feel lonely these days. Y'all are not paying attention to her. And she likes the love. We'll be back tomorrow with the Author's Quill and the chat. So come out and check us out again. And I want to thank you from United Public Radio for hanging out with us and enjoying the show. Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much.